broadcast is also available online. We're streaming live right now at carrollbroadcasting.com. We begin our broadcast with a preview of this week's game with the Friday Night Preview Show, brought to you by Brinks Exterior. Now, let's talk high school football with Carroll Broadcasting Sports Director Jeff Blankman.
Thank you very much, John, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special Saturday edition of the Brinks Exterior Preview Shows. We've got some high school football coming up for you here in just a little while on 93.7 at KKRL. Of course, we've got Coon Rapids Bears taking on Glidden Ralston, and what a fun night it's looking to be down here at Valley Stadium. We'll talk about that game. We'll hear from both of our coaches. We'll also run you through some of the scores from Friday night. That's all coming up for you next year on the Brinks Exterior Preview Show.
Let the pros at Brinks Exteriors protect your business. They specialize in commercial roofing that not only looks great, but protects your assets. Whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling your existing building, Brinks Exteriors will help you choose the right roof for your needs, your budget, and location. Products you can trust and service you can count on. That's Brinks Exteriors. Visit BrinksExteriors.com for your free commercial roofing estimate. That's 712 Roof Pro.
We do welcome you back here to the Brinks Exterior Preview Show. Jeff Blankman hanging out with you on this Saturday evening. Jeff Honnold is going to be joining me for the broadcast coming up here in just a little while. Of course, again, we do have that Glidden Ralston and Glidden Ralston and Coon Rapids Bears. Almost forgot which game I was doing tonight. So many games here in week number one. But Glidden Coon coming up for you here in just a little bit at Valley Stadium, and again, 7 o'clock our kickoff time. Right now, though, let's talk with both of our coaches. We caught up with head coach Cole Corson throughout the preseason, really, and then just earlier this week. And he talked about how different it is this year playing Coon Rapids Bears in week one. This is usually their week 9 matchup.
You know, the last 4 years, they've been our last game of the season. Then all of a sudden, boom, we're non-district opponents, and we're opening up this season. So normally you have that Coon week that you get fired up, and it's always kind of been that last week, like I said. And then all of a sudden, you get Coon week for 3. And he says it's a really excited. They're ready to go against this Coon Rapids Bear team. First time in a long time that Glidden Ralston's actually got more size up front than what Coon Rapids Bear does. For the Crusaders, they're excited for this matchup as well. Chris Moore the head coach for the Crusaders, has put a lot of work and came down last night. He helped out get the field ready. He's been an integral part of getting this game here, and he says his kids are excited, but he's more excited for them than he is for him. Excited for the kids, how this all transpired and how it's come together. So just the overall experience for the kids from the trip there, playing in the game, and the trip home, it's going to be something to remember for a long time.
Both teams getting the ride on buses. Windstar going to be taking them down. That all taken care of. So just a great opportunity for the kids, for the fans. This should be a lot of fun. Both these teams going to want to run the football first. But both of them probably this year still going to be able to throw the football a little bit as well. So again, looking for that broadcast coming up here shortly. Let's take a quick look at some of our scores from last night. We'll start off in Class 3A District 1. Carroll Taggers fell to Denison Fleshwig 28-7. It was Sergeant Bluff Luton over Lamar's 36-7. Boyd Knoll Rock Valley topped Central Lion Georgia Little Rock 35-7. Sioux Center shut out Sheldon 31-0. MOC Floyd Valley over Sibley Ocheyedan 13-12. And Sioux City East topped Keelan 47-7. Class 1A District 8, Kemper Falls Deloma 40-14. South Central Calhoun down ESAC 48-7. Westwood of Sloan over Maple Valley Antonota 43-8. Trainer defeated St. Albert 35-2. Underwood rolls by Tri-Center 43-8. Now Aurelia knocks off West Monona 21-6. Class 1A District 2, Pocahontas area defeated Manson Northwest Webster 28-12. Woodward Granger blanked Madrid 33-0, while South Hamilton defeated Roland Story 48-20. Clarion Goldfield Downs topped Eagle Grove 41-6, and AGWSR took on Belmont Clemmy earlier this afternoon. Class 8 District 8, it was AHST of Oka Walnut over ICAM Manning 20-16. It was Hinton shutting out Woodbury Central 32-0, and Lawton Bronson edged by Akron Westfield 14-7. In 8-man action, Arweva goes to overtime against St. Edmunds, but falls in that game 62-56. It was GTRA over Kingsley Pearson at 42-38. New Fonda knocked off Weston Mallard 54-12. Remsen St. Mary's got by Harris with Lake Park 44-14. Moutier Valley over River Valley 68-14. And West Harrison cruised by Siouxland Christian 58-6. 8-man at District 10, Audubon knocked out Southeast Warren at 48-21. There's Xyro from Kimballton over Griswold at 59-8. Number 1 Caminita knocked out Fremont Mills at Tabor 48-6. It was also East Mills again over Woodbine by a final of 53-36. We'll step away, take a break. We'll come back with more of our Brinks Exterior Preview Show. We'll look at some scores from around the state. That's coming up next right here on your Carroll Broadcasting Station 93.7 KKRL.
Let the pros at Brinks Exteriors protect your business. They specialize in commercial roofing that not only looks great, but protects your assets. Whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling your existing building, Brinks Exteriors will help you choose the right roof for your needs, your budget, and location. Products you can trust and service you can count on. That's Brinks Exteriors. Visit BrinksExteriors.com for your free commercial roofing estimate.
Just call Brinks Exteriors.
That's 712 Roof Pro.
We're back here on the Brinks Exterior Preview Show. Jeff Blankman hanging out with you here tonight. Of course, Jeff Holland is going to be joining me here in just a little bit for the broadcast. We've also got Tyler Bruner down here tonight, going to be bringing you some live video of it tonight's contest. And, of course, that live video is sponsored. It is brought to you by here tonight and powered by New Way Ford down in Coon Rapids. So let's take a look at some statewide scores from last night. ACGC defeated Greene County 29-7 in overtime. It was ADM over Gilbert 41-7. Algona shut out Emmetsburg 25-0. Alta Aurelia down to Weston at 21-6. Bondurant Farrar over Ballard 47-14. Cherokee defeated MMCRU 27-20. It was Creston Orient Maxburg over Clarinda 18-6. Elkhorn Kimballton Xyra defeated Griswold 59-8. Glenwood shut out Atlantic 38-0. Harlan outscored at Lewis Central 36-29. Nevada defeated Boone 48-7. New Alfonda topped West Bend Mallard 54-12. It was North Polk over Dallas Center Grimes 34-7. OABCIG topped Ridgeview 36-13. Ogden blanked Perry 33-0. Panorama defeated Colfax Mingo 26-21. Oakland Riverside over Red Oak 41-20. Van Meter also defeated Earlham last night by a final of 42-0, while Winterset beat Carlisle 26-3. You can find a complete list of all of the scores from last night. That's all available for you online at 1380kcim.com. We've got a scoreboard page on our reports, scores, and stats page on that, and a sports drop-down menu. So check that out if you're looking for all of last night's scores. We'll be back to wrap up the Brinks Exterior Preview Show coming up next.
Let the pros at Brinks Exteriors protect your business. They specialize in commercial roofing that not only looks great, but protects your assets. Whether you're starting from scratch or remodeling your existing building, Brinks Exteriors will help you choose the right roof for your needs, your budget, and location. Products you can trust and service you can count on. That's Brinks Exteriors. Visit BrinksExteriors.com for your free commercial roofing estimate.
Just call Brinks Exteriors.
That's 712 Roof Pro.
Getting you set for some high school football on this Saturday night. We're down here at Valley Stadium. Of course, the Coon Rapids Bears Crusaders taking on Glidden Ralston. Jeff Arnold will join me here in just a moment for the broadcast. But first, I'm going to be catching up with Cole Corson, also Chris Moore. Those two interviews coming up for you next. Thanks for tuning in to the Brinks Exterior Preview Show. Maggie Motors pregame show here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman again down here at Valley Stadium in Des Moines, getting set to, broadcast a game between two local teams. Glidden Ralston taking on Coon Rapids Bayard, and right now Wildcat head coach Cole Corson is joining us. And Cole, first of all, thanks for joining us here today. And I tell you what, this has been fun. We knew it was going to be fun. The excitement's got to be really brewing right now.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And just excitement all around. Getting ready to, play in Valley Stadium, and kids are excited, coaches are excited, and I think hopefully both communities show up.
I imagine this place is going to be rocking tonight because there's probably not going to be many people left in Glidden, Ralston, or in Coon Rapids or the Bayard area. Coach, has it been hard to focus on getting prepared, or being it's a game against Coon Rapids Bayard and the rivalry has the whole excitement of being at Valley not been maybe as difficult as it was because it's such a big rivalry game?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird complex this year, just because I think, the last 4 years they've been our last game of the season. Then all of a sudden, boom, we're non-district opponents and we're opening up this season. So normally you have that Coon week that you get fired up, and it's always kind of been that last week, like I said, and then all of a sudden you get Coon week for 3 weeks. We're ready for Coon. We're getting ready for Coon, and it's getting that mentality. It's just obviously cherry on top that you get to go play in the Valley Stadium. Obviously, with two teams that are that close, it's kind of a different dynamic that both teams are traveling for. But the experience in itself, the kids and myself went down, toured the stadium, got to be down on the field a little bit, see how it plays out, and just having that, I think, from a lot of their perspectives, is then when you show up that night, you don't have the, oh my gosh, this is huge. You've already kind of been there, seen it, so you've taken in some of those things that you would normally take in on game night on a new place. So I think that's going to help us a little bit too, that there's not that awe factor. It's more of a, let's get down to the brass tacks of things and let's get after it tonight.
What were the things you focused on this last week to get ready for Coon? Was it more about yourselves or more about what you think Coon's going to try to do?
Week one's always tricky. For sure, it's both, but I would say it's more ourselves. We found out a ton about ourselves on Friday against Exira, getting to scrimmage them from a physical standpoint, from a conditioning standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, just all those little things that are going into week one. After week one hits, you kind of get that feel of what is and isn't happening, and then you get to move forward and you get to do some of those things that you saw in week one. You get to learn from those things, and that's when you get a big jump in what you're doing. And so for us, it's having that scrimmage. We're hopefully saying that's our week one, and now we're getting that big jump going to our week two, which is Coon.
And I know, talking with you a little bit throughout the summer and the off season, that some tweaks, you guys doing some things maybe a little different this year?
Yeah, so last year we were predominantly a spread team. Our personnel has gotten really strong in the off season, so we're going to be running the ball a little bit more this year. We'll still have some spread concepts in there, and we'll be, spreading the ball out to run the ball. We'll be spreading the ball out to pass. Obviously, we got a bunch of different guys kind of moving around, guys that we got to get touches to, whether that's a speed guy, whether that's a running back with some power. Our tight end position, I feel, is strong this year too. So just understanding we have different weapons to do different things, and it's just a matter of how we can facilitate to some of those kids.
Coach, Coon's been pretty big up front the last few years, graduated those guys. I think that's the area that Coach Moore was probably most concerned about. But you look at the names, those are some pretty good athletes that they're going to be throwing up front this year. Let's start on the defensive side of the ball for you guys. How do you feel like you handle the line of scrimmage against them this year? Because that's probably where it's going to start to try and slow them down.
Yeah, they're predominantly a run team of the pass. That's kind of their MO for probably the last 7 or 8 years. After the spread attack for them when Spooner left, they kind of switched up to a running style that if we can control up front, it dictates a lot of things. And I think that's one thing we found out last year. we got beat off the ball a little bit at times, that people were getting surges against us, especially in that Coon game. They probably had one of the biggest 8-man fronts in the state, and it's understanding that, pounding that line and take every play. If you're out, weighed by 20, 30, 40 pounds, that if you have to face that the whole game, it wears on you. And we found that out last year a little bit, that we were undersized, and we made a huge commitment to get into the weight room. We started our weight program basically right after football season again, and basically we've been going since day one, since that season ended. And I think a lot of the kids have started to understand that they've gotten bigger, they're more physical, and hopefully we can kind of counter what they like to do in that running game. And I expect them, obviously, with their athletes too, to come out with some sort of spread offense, get those athletes in space. They've done some of it in the past, and they've kind of worked it in more and more in the past couple of years. Just because when you have Gabe Over, Easton Hayes, and those type of kids, and the Oswald kid who can throw it, you got to utilize them any way you can, and they're going to find ways to do that.
Coach, keys for you. What do you want to see from your team here tonight?
For us, it's win up front. If our line can do their job, it makes things a lot easier for our running backs. Same thing on the flip side. If our defensive line can do their job, it makes things easier for linebackers, makes reads easier for safeties. So you can control the ball that way and win those battles up front. It makes everything easier, and that's kind of been a huge emphasis for us this year. Our offense and defense line just been getting after it from day one. We got a nice slew of older guys that they battle against each other in practice every day. They go up against each other, and they start to realize you're not going to beat the guy across from you every single play, but it has to be a battle every single play. So if you win that 60-40, 70-30 battle, you're starting to get yards, because if everybody's winning their battle or doing their job, you're going to get yards in a positive manner, and that's what we want to do. We want to stay ahead of the sticks with our running game, and be able to do those types of things.
Well, Coach, so much appreciate you joining us here tonight before the ball game. Wish you the best of luck and enjoy this atmosphere in this ball game.
All right, thanks, Jeff.
You bet. Head coach Cole Corson again with the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. We'll step away. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk with Chris Moore from Coon Rapids Bears. That's next on the Mackey Motors pregame show here on 93.7 KKRL.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and
There's a pregame show continues here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Wiseman talking now with Chris Moore, of course, the head coach for the Coon Rapids Bears Crusaders. And Coach, you and I were kind of joking around a little bit during the commercial break here after my interview with Coach Corson. What a facility that you guys are getting a chance to play in, and what a facility for me to be able to work in tonight as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to have AC for you up there on this hot night. But it's just going to be a great experience for the kids to play in this, one-of-a-kind facility in the state of Iowa, and everyone's really looking forward to it.
Now, you guys going to need AC down on the sidelines?
I might.
Coach, as you guys mentioned, what an honor. This thing kind of all came together really neat with you and Coach Corson and Mr. Bauer down here at Valley. Kind of talk about, again, I know we've done this a few times, but talk about how this came up and how everything has worked out, and is it everything you guys thought it would be so far?
Ross Bauer's a 2007 grad, and actually when I first started coaching, he played for me when I was on the Dwayne Esdor's coaching staff when I first started, and Ross has coaches freshman basketball and helps out in the athletic department, supervises the field there on JV and freshman games and stuff. And he sent me a picture one night that he was supervising the game, and I just made a comment about it'd be nice to play on a facility like that sometime. And he just took that and ran and got everything lined up. We were kind of wanting to do it last year already, and the idea was to play someone on the eastern side of the state, neutral site, or someone down south that, we normally wouldn't play because of traveling distance, and it didn't work out with COVID, and now this year redistricting, and we didn't have Glidden Ralston in our district, so we needed to preserve that rivalry between us, and the only way we could guarantee that was to play them, have them as our number one priority, and it kind of worked out that we got them week one, and we talked to Cole about moving that game to Valley, and the Glidden Ralston administration was on board with that, and so with that, that's where we're at here for Saturday night.
Coach, did you guys prep them all for the game here tonight, and the atmosphere, and did you get them a chance to kind of walk around the stadium and kind of soak it in ahead of today?
Yeah, we're arriving at 5:30, between 5 and 5:30, so we're going to have plenty of time for the kids to take it in and just relax and go ahead and walk around the stadium and go check out the press box and, just soak it all in, and, we're not going to be rushed. We're just going to take our time, and, kids can get the cleats on, get a feel for the turf, so, yeah, we'll just give them plenty of time to get prepared for the facility.
Coach, what were the last things you kind of focused on in-game prep for Glidden Ralston tonight?
They have a size advantage, believe it or not, on us up front, and so preparing for them, they want to run the ball with Tyler Brand, their senior running back, kind of be their workhorse this year, and he's a good athletic kid with great size back there, at 6 foot, 200 pounds. So, we're preparing for a heavy dose of the run, unlike in the years past, that try to spurt us out and throw the ball.
You mentioned them having more size up front this year. How do you feel like that matchup looks? Because you look at the names that you put up front, you still got some really good athletes there, maybe just not the kind of size and experience you've had the past couple of years.
Yeah, it's just going to be some growing pains that we're going to go through. We got, right now Mason Batts at center with Court Sievers rotating in there, a senior, Jacob Estrada and Raiden Doty at the guards. We're going to rely on those guys, to get it done up front there. If we need to move Lance Clayberg or, Preston McAllister in there to shore up the inside, we will. But, and top two, our kids are just versatile. We ask a lot out of them, and they just respond and are great team players, and they'll just do whatever's best for the team.
I talked with Coach Corson here a little bit ago, and you had mentioned early, too, that this is a Week 1 game instead of kind of the Week 9 game that you guys tend to play a lot of times, 2 or 3 weeks to kind of get up and ready to go for this rivalry. What's the atmosphere been like for you guys, and what's it like playing Glidden Ralston here in Week 1?
Oh, it's just, it's tough to prepare on Week 1 for opponents. They've, lost their seniors and are going to change their scheme a little bit. So, it's been tough to adjust to that. And but our kids know each other, play, basketball, baseball against each other all the time. So, personnel-wise, the kids know what kind of athletes they have.
Coach, what do you expect Coach Corson to throw at you defensively to try and slow down your guys' run game?
In the past, they've really loaded the box on us up front. And so, we just got to, have a man-on-man there, communicate well up front on personnel who we have. And then, we're going to try to use our speed and hit the edge. So we got to be able to seal those defensive ends and get around the edge.
Is that where you feel like you might have an advantage, is getting your athletes in space a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I need to utilize, we get, Gabe Obert, Easton Hayes on the backfield, both really good track athletes. We're on the 4x1, 4x2 state track team. Same with Tanner Oswald So, we got to get them out in space and put their guys in one-on-one situations, and we got to make them miss out there.
Coach, you're here at Valley, opening up against Glidden Ralston. What's the excitement like and stuff as far as for you? What's it like to be coaching in a game like this?
Oh, it's just a lot of fun. I'm so excited for the kids, how this all transpired and how it's come together. Just a side note, Carl Chevrolet is sponsoring charter buses for both teams to travel down to the game. That's thanks to Brian Spangler, the general manager that runs the Glidden and the Stewart facility. He lives here in Coon Rapids. He's a good friend. He kind of got that set up. So just the overall experience for the kids from, the trip there to playing in the game and the trip home, it's going to be something to remember for a long time, I hope.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Thanks for letting us be a part of this down here at Valley, and looking forward to watching and calling this game here tonight.
Jeff, I appreciate the coverage, and like I said, we're extremely excited for this opportunity, and hopefully everything goes well for us, and go CRB.
Head Coach Chris Moore joining us here on the Mackey Motors pregame show. We'll step away. Jeff Honnold will join me for the broadcast. That's coming up next right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Dries Company.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Welcome back here on the Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold with you tonight. We are coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back in 3 minutes right here on KKRL.
Heritage Insurance wants to wish the Glidden
team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with zero damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Show here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold with you here tonight. We are at Valley Stadium down here in Des Moines, getting set to bring you the Glidden Ralston Wildcats against the Crusaders of Coon Rapids Bayard. And what a beautiful night. Yes, it is warm. It's a little sticky, but it is a great night to be down here at Valley.
It's 120 degrees.
I tell you what, but Jeff, this
is your heaven.
No, but it is for me. But this is a beautiful setup, and what a job Valley did in getting the stadium down here ready for an 8-man game. I know Chris Moore from Coon Rapids Bayard was down here as well last night, helping them paint the field onto the field. But I tell you what, this looks awesome, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
You know, just listening to and watching everything that's going on, it has a dome feel to it. You know, it's just a special game. They came down in charter buses. You know, the town pretty well shut down. They got the Valley Band playing for them. You know, it just has its turf. It just kind of has, it's game one, but it kind of has that dome feel to it, a special game that you know it's a special game. And, you know, you watched a little extra warm-ups tonight as well. They just took as much time on the field as they could.
Yeah, we got down here 5 o'clock. It wasn't long after that, maybe by 5:15. Maybe by 5:10, we heard people yelling at us from down on the field as we're way up here in the top of the stadium in the press box, and they wanted us to come down. We've got Jeff Storyhan down here taking pictures for Roselle Mutual's Facebook page and also the Carroll Broadcasting Facebook page, and they wanted Jeff to come down and take a photo of the two teams together, and we were able to throw that out on Facebook and Twitter, and that was a lot of fun. But the kids wanted to get down here, I think, and the players and teams wanted to get down here as early as they could,
Yeah.
Jeff, and soak this atmosphere in.
Well, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's just been excellent. The hospitality's beyond belief. I mean, they've taken care of everything we need. We got a great place to work out of. We've got high-speed internet. We've got everything we want and we need, and they're happy to have us here. That's the nice thing. You come to Des Moines. You know, sometimes they want to be the event. They know that the game is the event. They're doing everything they can to make us comfortable. And what a great atmosphere.
And thanks to Ross Bauer, who kind of helped set all of this up down here at Volley. He met us shortly after we were here. He was up in the press box and he got us set up. He's checked on us several times, so we appreciate Ross and everything he has done. Jeff mentioned the internet. We are streaming live right now with our video and audio on the Carroll Broadcasting YouTube page. So go to 1380 KCIM YouTube, search that on YouTube, and you'll be able to pull up. You'll be able to watch the game and listen to it. And our video is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. So we thank them for that, and all of our video and, of course, all of our radio sponsors here tonight. Our sponsors for Coon Rapids Bayard and Glidden, the game on the radio tonight, is Drago SEI, Access Seed, also Raccoon Valley Electric Cooperative, New Way Ford, Heritage Insurance, both Glidden office and in Coon Rapids, Tony Corner Body and Paint, Carl Pre-Owned, Hardware Hank, and New Way Auto over in Jefferson, and Moore Lumber and Construction as well, our sponsors here tonight. Coon Rapids Bayard going to be the home team on the scoreboard here tonight. Glidden Ralston will be the visiting team. Jeff, let's take kind of a peek at both of these teams coming in. It's the season opener, so it's hard to know exactly what you're going to see. You kind of got to base things off of what you've seen from these two teams in the past. And I look at this, we'll start with the visiting team, Glidden Ralston. They've struggled a little bit the last few years, but talking to their coaches, they went into the weight room. All the kids put on weight, they put on strength, they look bigger, they look stronger, they look faster warming up. This is the first time I can remember in a while they have the size advantage on Coon Rapids Bayard coming down here tonight.
Yeah, Coon Rapids Bayard graduated a lot of size. You know, there was no secret up front, but they still have speed. We know they're quick. Your Glidden Ralston, we really don't know what they have. You know, we know they're going to change a little bit. He wants to be a little more physical, a little more running. I was watching him in warm-ups. They had a lot of spread in there, but they had some other things involved as well. You know, you could see they want to throw, but yet they're trying to run. So looked more a little balanced that way. Coon Rapids Bayard really didn't show much. I mean, they were in just pants and shirts and really threw the ball around, just did minimal, just mostly stretching, trying to stay hydrated, I think.
And Kuhn's going to do what Kuhn does. This is a team under Coach Moore. They're still going to run the football. That's what they love to do. That's what they are going to try to do down here tonight. They've got some outstanding backs, and as Jeff said, a lot of speed. Gabe Obert, Easton Hayes, O'Marion Flord, Tanner Oswald, even at quarterback at 6'4", can run well. They're probably going to have the speed advantage tonight on Glidden Ralston. And defensively, Jeff, you look at the starting lineup for Coon Rapids Bear defensively, it is all small athletes, guys that don't have you've got Lance Clayberg and Gabe Obert as your down linemen. Everybody else is, he has got all of the speed on the field defensively.
He does, and let's take a peek at the stadium right now. It's in the shade.
Yep.
You got this big press box here, shades most of the field. So, we had last night a lot of cramping issues in my games, and I know some others had it as well. Interesting between the two teams. Glidden Ralston was full pads, full helmets, full warm-up. Coon Rapids Baird stayed in pants only. They had light shirts on, no helmets, and mostly stretching. So that could play into it. I mean, I think that was Coach Moore's thought, was he's going to try not to get his kids tired, worn out before the game. The turf is hotter anyway. So I think he's going to try to use that speed, and he was trying to keep his guys fresh.
We're going to step away. We'll take a quick break. We're going to be back in 1 minute with more of our Mackey Motors pregame. That's coming up for you next right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storahan to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
John O'Brien, umpire.
Mackey Motors pregame here on 93.7 at KKRL. Thanks to Kristen Campisi hanging out a little bit late on this Saturday evening, monitoring things back in the studio to make sure that, I don't mess things up, which occasionally happens. I'll blame it on Honnold when it happens.
For the record, that iPad's usually closer to me. I cannot. Now, if you need me to log on to VNC and help you out, I can, but I do not have the controls anywhere near me tonight.
Yeah, and we're probably better off that way. So we'll see what happens. But flipping the coin going on right now, we're going to find out who gets the ball first here tonight. And it looks like Glidden Ralston waiting for the official to give the signal. He's got everybody lined up. I just haven't seen him give a signal. Okay, Glidden Ralston has won it, and they are going to receive the ball. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for Glidden Ralston here tonight. Across their front 5, their tight ends are Jackson Skolinar and Caden Smith. Their offensive linemen are Wade Hunter and Kyler Ashad at the offensive guard positions, and their center tonight is Charles Schoen. The quarterback is John Whitford. The running backs this evening are Bryson Ertz and Tyler Brandt. For the Coon Rapids Baird defense, they've got 2 down linemen. Mentioned those 2 here a moment ago, Lance Clayberg and Gabe Obert. The linebackers tonight, 5 of them. Tanner Oswald, Jacob Estrada, Preston McAllister, Raiden Doty, Wyatt Oswald. And the safety here tonight is Easton Hayes. Jeff, you mentioned you saw kind of Glidden working on a lot of things. Cole Corson, the head coach over there, is one of those coaches that puts in a ton of plays. But this year, in listening to him and talking with some of his assistant coaches throughout the summer, they are going to go back to maybe more of the old school of what we saw from Glidden Ralston under head coach Craig Lynch, who is back on the staff as an assistant this year. They're going to look to run the football more this year and be more of a physical team because they feel like they've got the team that fits that style.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of spread work. It's similar. You're going to see some spread feel with more run the way it looked to me. You saw some inside handoffs, some sweep handoffs coming in from behind and all kinds of stuff like that. But it still has, Cole still is a sweep type of guy. He's a shotgun guy. But definitely going to see some more running plays the way it looked.
We're just about 30 seconds away on the game clock from getting everything underway here tonight. But I tell you what, I do want to give a quick shout-out New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events I've been covering over the last year. The New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game is a 2018 Nissan Murano SV, just under 29,000 miles. It's an all-wheel drive. It's black in color. For more details, call 800-861-7268 or find a picture on the Carroll Broadcasting website and get more details there. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of Warranty Forever.
I saw that car down there today. It is sharp. It's a nice looking Murano. It is. It's definitely a nice vehicle.
Yeah, they do definitely have some. We are going to kick it off here tonight. And there is the kickoff, and you heard the gun. Jacob Estrada with that kickoff. Back deep and returning it for Glidden Ralston is Ethan Oberding. And Oberding had finally knocked out of bounds going up the sideline, as you heard Jeff say. There is a flag over on the sidelines, and that is laying it around the 24-yard line. So he's knocked out of bounds at the 22. More than likely, this penalty probably going to go against Glidden Ralston.
I saw a big block in the back.
Them up.
So I'm assuming that's what the call is, right in front of that referee. There was a big shove. So, you know, if you're going to, they're going to call holding. Well, either way, there was a push on the back as well.
And the official down here, the white hat, Jeff, the ref, his audio is going over the PA speakers, but we're not tied into it. So we're not able to hear what he has to say. So that penalty is going to back Glidden Ralston all the way up back to their own 11-yard line. So that is where the Wildcats will have their opening possession, 11:55 left here in this first quarter of play.
Good looking return out of Oberding, though. Yep. He looks like he found that opening and really hit it hard.
So again, Coon Rapids Bayard will have two down linemen. We'll see if Glidden comes out, tries to take advantage of it. They are going to come out in a tight set. They do have their quarterback, John Whitver, going out of the shotgun. They've got slots on either side. They're going to send a man in motion. They're going to hand it off, and Glidden Ralston was right there as they handed that off to Brandt. Kuhn was right there to make a hit, Jeff, but Brandt able to break that first tackle, gets out near the 14-yard line. We're going to give him a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down and about 8 to go.
Yeah, Coon Rapids Bear was more in that Raider-style defense where everybody was standing up, and you're right, met him about 3-4 yards deep, but nice running there. Just ran right over the tackle and kept going for at least a gain or a yard or two.
Wildcats break the huddle again. They'll come out. Ertz is on the right side this time in the slot. Brandt over in the left. 2 tight end set. Whitver again out of the shotgun. Again, as Jeff said, all of the Coon Rapids Bayard guys are on their feet. We're going to get a flag. I think we had some movement on Glidden Ralston before the snap. And, Jeff, that can be confusing for an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
With everybody standing up, you don't know who's coming.
It's going to be encroachment.
It's going to go on the defense. So that'll be the first penalty here of the ball game. Going to go against Coon Rapids Bayard.
We saw that a lot last night on Arweva as well. Just getting lined up a little bit too tight.
So that'll move the ball up near the 19-yard line. Second down and 2 to go. Need to get the ball out to the 21-yard line. They'll come back out in that same formation. Whitver out of the shotgun. They send Ertz in motion. They run it towards the left side. Now they turn around and throw it back to the right as that time Whitver faked the handoff to Ertz, who was crushed over on the left side of the line, and then throw it out of here. Is trying to look at for Caden Smith over here on the right side. Ball falls incomplete. And it's going to bring up now third down and 2 to go. And, Jeff, I don't know if you want to say that was a waste down, but Cole that time reaching into the playbook a little bit, trying to maybe catch Coon's defense off guard.
Nice play-action pass, but nice defense on the backside by Smith. Not going anywhere, stayed right with that receiver. But yeah, nice play-action pass.
Rolled to the left, tried to come back and throw to the right. They're going to hand it off this time to Ertz on that same play, except for this time they hand it off, and he is going to be tackled for a yard loss back to the 18-yard line. So it's going to be a 3-and-out. More than likely for Glidden Ralston.
Easton Hayes got that tackle deep in there, so nice job of reading on that time by Hayes. But
came in from his safety position to make that tackle. 10:49 left here in the first quarter, scoreless ball game. 4th down and 2. And they've got Tyler Brandt lined up now at the quarterback, and they are going to go for it. They hand it off to him, and he is going to fight his way forward. And, Jeff, that strength of the weight room as he fought his way all the way out to the 23 or 24-yard line, 24-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, Jeff, and he just kept driving himself forward.
Yeah, I think they met him maybe 1 yard deep as well, and he drove. And that was all Tyler Brandt driving that one through. That was strength in the weight room driving. And that was all just heart right there.
Ethan Oberding checks out as Whitver will check back in as the quarterback. So the Wildcats go for it on 4th and 2 at their own 19. They get it. Whitver will send Brandt in motion. They hand it off. Nope, Whitver pulls it out of the belly at the last second, looks to keep it. Hit dives out towards the 30-yard line, and that is going to be a pickup of about 6 on the play. And at first, they're going to bring up now second down. Let's call it about 4 yards to go. And I tell you what, Jeff, he waited a long time to pull that one out of the belly.
He waited till the last minute. I'm not sure he was pulling it out. I think maybe the guy got tackled and the ball just stayed in his hands. But yeah, old school Coach Lynch on that one, little read option types of things. So Coon Rapids Bear trying to figure out what all they're going to see here out of Glidden Ralston. Glidden Ralston doing a nice job of mixing things up.
Brandt again in the slot on the left side. Ertz in the slot on the right side. Whitver out of the shotgun. Coon Rapids Baird with 7 guys at the line of scrimmage. They send a man in motion. They're going to keep it with Whitver, and he is hit and swallowed up. And making the tackle that time is Jacob Estrada, number 25. And, Jeff, he just beat everybody off the line and made the tackle.
Yeah, he was in that time, and really nice job of breaking down and making that tackle. And it was the same action the other direction, and Whitford decided to keep that one and didn't. By the time he turned around, Estrada was right in his face.
Loss of 4 on the play, and that is going to bring up now 3rd down and 9 from around the 20-yard line, actually out at around the 25-yard line.
It's really weird. You're sitting there watching line play, and you have nobody down on Coon Rapids Bears side, so it's kind of a delayed reaction here.
They look to throw here on 3rd down. Flag comes in. They throw it across the middle, and it's picked off. Jumping the passing route that time is Tanner Oswald. He's got a chance to take this one to the house. He's got a great block out in front, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. And more than likely, Jeff, that touchdown will stand. There's a flag on the field, but I think that's probably going to go against the offense.
It was thrown early while Coon Rapids Baird was trying to get in there, so I'm assuming it's going to be a hold, but we'll see what they call here. Could be offensive hold, I guess. Defensively, yep, they're going to decline it, so that's touchdown.
It is going to be a touchdown, and that was about a 35-yard return from Tanner Oswald.
That was a good-looking catch. I mean, he jumped up and got that at the high point. At the high point with his hands only, and that cannon's going to scare the crap out of me before the night's over with here.
And I had to laugh because Tyler Bruner jumped up and hit his head on the ceiling in here when that thing went
up. Right over there,
boy? Tanner Oswald, though, read that perfectly, Jeff. I tell you what, Coon did a great job that time. They had 7 guys at the line of scrimmage, but a lot of those guys dropped back on the snap. And that window was really small that John Whitford was trying to fit that one in.
Yeah, and that's a missed extra point. But they had a lot of pressure even with those 3 or 4 guys rushing. So Whitford didn't have a lot of time and made a throw and just didn't get enough on it.
Crusaders lead it here 6-0, 8:59 left here in the first quarter. We'll step away back in 1 minute here on KKR.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in
Welcome you back here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman with you along with Jeff Honnold tonight. Kristen Campese back in the studio. And, of course, we do have as well Tyler Bruder over here running our Carroll Broadcasting, the 1380 KCIM YouTube page with our video and audio broadcasts, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. It's short kick again, going to be taken up by Ertz. The return over towards the left side's got a wall, stays in bounds, and now it's down the sideline. He's got a chance here. Going to be knocked out of bounds, out across midfield into Coon Rapids Bear territory out at around the 44-yard line.
Really nice design on that kickoff return. They set it up for a left return and got that wall set up. Coon Rapids Bear got spread out a little bit, and that was a great job of setting that up and getting as much as they can out of it.
Wildcats with their second possession here after the interception return for a touchdown by Tanner Oswald. We'll see if Glidden has maybe figured out a little bit here that defense where Coon Rapids Baird has everybody standing up. Don't forget our Mackey Motors player of the game coming up following the game. Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following the ball game tonight. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. And we're going to have an offsides penalty here, going to go against Glidden Ralston. And that is going to be their second one here this evening. We're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And that is actually going to go against the defense of Coon Rapids Bayard with their second penalty to bring up 1st and 5. Going to go for Glidden Ralston.
I thought I saw a white jump, but it must have been the black. So the home team is Coon Rapids Bayard. Interesting, yes. They have their guys running the clock and doing the announcing, and they have their guys on the chains as well. Each team looked like they got their respective gate, and then the Valley got the concessions.
Tyler Brandt in at quarterback that time. Faked the handoff to Ertz, who was in motion. He'll keep it up the middle. Gets it down around the, looks like it about, trying to figure out the field again, folks. It is going to be around the 27-yard line. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 3 to go. You got to remember, this is a regular 100-yard field. So once they get across midfield, they're actually still about the 50-yard line.
We're sitting at the 50, which is actually the 30. And they got the big painted numbers on there, and they've got the little orange deals out there for us.
Which is all you can do.
That's all they can do. They've done a wonderful job, but you look down, you want to say it's the 40. No, it's actually the 30.
Yeah, they're at the 27-yard line, 2nd down and 3 to go. I'll hand the football off to Ertz. Came out of the I formation, and that time a nice run, by Brandt. He's going to pick up the first down to the 22-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play. And I've been very impressed with Tyler Brandt. Jeff, you mentioned it there. A nice little sidestep move and then showed the power at the end of that run.
Yeah, I saw him a little bit last year before he got too hurt, and he showed you a lot last year. And so I think, when I saw him when they going into the Audubon game and they took him out, it definitely changed what they were doing. They've got some healthy kids now, stronger kids, but Brandt's really running hard and looks good.
4 carries, 14 yards for him. 7:45 left first quarter. We're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. 6-0 Crusaders with the lead. Wildcats on the move right now. We'll step away. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
This is Iowa, and Avila Bank is now even more available for you. With 16 locations across the state, including new branches in Ames, Ankeny, and Sioux City. Right now, sign up for a Simply Free checking account and get your new debit card instantly. We'll even buy back your old bank's unused checks. Avila Bank has been banking in Iowa since 1870, and we're proud to be growing with your community. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available. Member FDIC.
Jeff Honnold's drinking a little bit over here to my left, Gatorade, and we're in the Gatorade broadcast booth distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform.
And non-athletes.
Yes, and non-athletes, because he never really was an athlete.
Wait a minute now. I'll give you a lot over here, but that's over the line. That one is
Doug
incorrect.
Waniger told me one time that if you ever got off of the bench, it was because it was luck.
It's usually because the bench is full. The bench was full is the problem.
Actually, Doug never said that, but I thought I threw Doug into the conversation.
You might as well throw him under the bus there, you're
right. Absolutely. So, but having some fun down here. What a beautiful night. I know it's a warm out, folks, and it's
now, if
humid,
you'd have said
but
Deeth
it's a gorgeous
said that,
night. Yes.
Deeth would have said that.
Yeah, Mike Deeth would have said that. Absolutely. Bryson Ertz is in the slot over on the left side. They've got Tyler Brandt in at quarterback. He's going to take the snap on that Wildcat, and he's just going to power his way forward again down inside the 20, down around the 17-yard line. That's going to be another pickup of 5 on the play. And it'll bring up now 2nd down. We'll call it around 5 yards to go, and they are going to go quick. They're going to line right back up in that same set. Brandt again going to keep it, and now we're going to get a flag. He's going to dive near the first down marker down at around the 14-yard line. But he's going to be about a yard shy of that first down. But let's see what the penalty is here. Probably going to go against Glidden Ralston, my guess. Probably holding up inside. They're talking right now with Coon Rapids Bayard. And Jeff Glidden has a really nice drive going here. This penalty may end up hurting them here, and it is going to be a hold call, which is a 10-yarder from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, and they found out what they're going to do. They're just going to keep pounding away here. They're found success with that running. So that's a big penalty there for them. But again, they found success in the running game. and Coach Corson staying with that and just pounding away at it.
Ball back to the 24-yard line. They've got to get down at around the 13-yard line, so second down and 11 to go. 7:20 left in the first quarter. 6-0 in favor right now of Coon Rapids Bayard. And now we've got some movement again. That's going to be an offside. John Whitver wanted the ball, Jeff. The snap didn't come, and everybody started to kind of leak forwards, and that's going to cost them 5 more yards. And that's their third penalty here for 25 yards in the game. And now it's going to bring up second down and 16. And, Jeff, for a team that wants to run, this is now starting to turn into a passing situation.
And they can do that. That's the thing, is Ralston can do it. But they really like to use that size. They're definitely the bigger team, and they were leaning on Coon Rapids Bayard and having success running downhill at them. Still can do that. I mean, you're still can pull it off. But at this point with 17 yards to go, you definitely want to get some of it back here. You're probably in 4-down territory, so get a couple shots at it.
Well, if they went for it on 4th and 2 at their own 19, I'm guessing they might be in 4th down territory all over the field. They're going to fake it to Ertz. They'll give it off on the inside to Brandt. Brandt was lined up in the left slot. He came to the inside. Ertz went behind Whitver. Whitver faked it to him, then handed it off into the hands of Brandt, and Brandt will get himself down around the 23-yard line, a pickup of 6 on the play. And it'll bring up third down now. Let's call it about 11 yards to go.
I'd call that a crossback action.
Yep.
Pretty much crossback. They went flicked one way, come back inside. Good job of both teams. One executing it well, the other side staying at home and not allowing a big run.
This is the kind of drive, if you're a Wildcat, you wanted to see minus those penalties. You've kept that Coon defense out on the field. You're starting to have some success at running the football at him. Whitver going to hand it off again to Brent. He is hit, spins out of the tackle, gets on the side the 20, down to the 18-yard line, gets 5 more on that carry. It's going to bring up 4th down, still about 6 yards to go, but Jeff, certainly now I'd say in 4-down territory.
You know, they're getting 5, 6, 7 yards of crack running the ball. I don't know why you wouldn't try it again here on 4th down. Even if it doesn't go well, you have Coon Rapids Bayard pinned back. So you're definitely going to take a shot at this one.
Now Lance Kleberg out there kind of bending up and down. I think he took one in the hand that time as he looked like he was holding his hand, but he does appear to be all right. Coon again has everybody standing up. They've got Obert and Kleberg split out wide. Whitver wanting to throw the football. They've got 2 guys in the pattern, 6 guys down defensively, and that time he was looking for Ertz. And Ertz was actually open on the play, Jackson Sklenar, the tight end. He was open, but he cut his pattern off when the ball went over his head. And by the time he realized it was thrown, he started to run again, and it was too late for him to catch up. He just needed to keep on his pattern.
Yeah, Whitver had all day long, and you're right. They had what they wanted. Coon Rapids Bayard really didn't rush anybody at them, so had everybody wanted, but well covered most of the night. Just broke free there at the end, and again, like you talked about, you broke off his pattern.
Let's take a look at that Coon offense here real quick before the first snap across the front 5. Jacob Estrada, Mason Betts, and Raiden Doty. We'll give you the rest of them here in a moment. They've got trips to the right. They send Easton Hayes in motion left-right. They're going to flip it to him. We're going to get a flag on the play, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds out at around the 25-yard line. 2 flags, 1 at the line of scrimmage and 1 back behind the play. We're going to see who that goes against.
Threw his hat down, too. He had 2 flags. I think we're going to have a legal cut block out there as well as a legal procedure.
So Preston McAllister, Lance Kleberg are the tight ends, Tanner Oswald at quarterback, Easton Hayes and Gabe Obert are the running backs. For Glidden Ralston, Kyler Ascheid, and at Caden Smith are the defensive ends. Charles Schoen is the down lineman, the defensive tackle. Your linebackers at Jackson Sklenar, Tyler Brandt, and Cale Clucky. And your safeties here tonight are Bryson Ertz and Ethan Oberding. They're talking with Coach Corson over on the sideline now, probably trying to figure out which penalties or penalty they want to take here. Flags are laying back at around the 19-yard line. That's where the hat is at as well. Officials having a discussion here. Seems like it takes longer to get these things sorted out than what it used to. Yep, chop block. As they go against the defense. Actually, now he points over towards Coon Rapids Bayard.
Yeah, you want to take it. That's a 15.
And that is going to move them all the way back to the 5-yard line. And that is their first or third penalty here tonight. 3 penalties for 25 yards. So, Jeff, 6 penalties here in the first quarter. We're about halfway through this first quarter.
Yeah, and the chop blocks, you had somebody was engaged in the block, and then somebody else gets him below the waist. And that's where you get a lot of kids hurt. So they're going to err on the side of caution on that one. You're going to get that called all the time. And looks like they're moving the ball back out to the 10.
Now they're going to move it back out to the 10-yard line, so they must have walked off Now they're going to move it to the 9. So now I think we're set now. Ball at the 9-yard line. They've got to get out to about the 29 for a first down. So we're going to call it 1st and 20 here. Oswald out of the shotgun, going with that same play. Now they're going to switch back. They're going to run the option back to the left, which is the side that Easton Hayes came. Oswald will keep it, and he is going to be hit and dropped. Gets out to around the 11-yard line. A pickup of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it 8 yards to go.
Yeah, that kind of a new wrinkle for CRB, running a little option play. They have been a ground and pound up the middle more, but they've got a mobile quarterback as well as quick running backs. They're going to try to do things a little different, looks like.
Trips out to the left, one wide receiver out to the right. Shotgun formation again for Oswald. He'll send a man in motion. He's going to look to throw. Pressure comes from the outside. He gets around. Caden Smith now looks to throw it deep. He's got a man down there, and it's just off the fingertips of Preston McAllister. It'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and about 18. Preston McAllister from his left tight end position was running open down the field. Jeff got in behind the defense.
Really good coverage, though, by Oberding. He got there and was there at the end and got just enough in there to disrupt that. But, he was open early, and Oberding stayed with it and got in there and helped break that up.
So 3rd and long. Coon Rapids Bears, their first possession of the season. Had that early penalty on the first snap and gained 2 yards after that. Now have, after the incomplete, a third down play coming up. McAllister will split out here to the left this time. Looks like they've got Gabe Obert split to the right. They're going to send him in motion. Hayes in the backfield with Oswald. Oswald drops back. Pressure comes again from Caden Smith. Looking to run. Caden Smith got contact on him, but he'll break away from that and then ends up getting knocked down by one of his offensive linemen. I think that was Jacob Estrada, Jeff, that was coming in from behind trying to block for him, but he knocks him down at around the 17-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of about 6 on the play, but more than likely it's going to bring up 4th down here in a punting situation, unless they decide to go for it on 4th down. But they are going to have Tanner Oswald back in the punting position.
I would think they're going to punt this here in their area. And, the defense has been holding up. You're deep. You want to make the other team drive as far as they can, even an 8-man.
Ethan Oberding will go back to receive. He's setting up now at about his 26, 27-yard line. A low line drive kick. He's going to have plenty of room to return it. Catches it at about the 22. Has to make the first man miss, but unable to do so. That looked like a wrestling tackle, Jeff. I didn't catch the number.
22?
22, but he wrapped him up and was able to get him down on the tackle. And that's O'Marion Floyd that ended up on that tackle at number 22.
I think so. I can't quite read the numbers. They're just a little bit dark from where we're at here. And I'm looking through a tinted glass, so he's still coming, maybe 20. Coming right over to Coach Moore right now. I want to get the right person credit, but it looks like 22 to me. 21.
21. That would be Lance Clayberg
Lance,
on the tackle.
Great open field tackle. He's a basketball player.
Yes, he is. That looked like a wrestling tackle. He might have
been taught by the wrestlers. We're known to spread the love around a little bit.
Do we have another penalty? I didn't see a flag.
Yeah.
They're pointing towards Coon Rapids Bayard. Both teams have gone, so maybe I think we're having an official's timeout because of the heat. 3:50 left here in this first quarter of play. 6-0 Coon Rapids Bayard. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Heritage.
This is Iowa, and Avila Bank is now even more available for you. With 16 locations across the state, including new branches in Ames, Ankeny, and Sioux City. Right now, sign up for a Simply Free checking account and get your new debit card instantly. We'll even buy back your old bank's unused checks. Avila Bank has been banking in Iowa since 1870, and we're proud to be growing with your community. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available. Member FDIC.
Broadcast booth distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman and Jeff Honnold with you. Again, Tyler Bruner doing our video coverage and our video broadcast tonight with our audio being powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. So we appreciate everybody joining us here this evening on both the radio and also if you flipped over onto our video coverage. And thanks to Kristen Campisi hanging out back in the studio here tonight. Jeff, what a great crowd we've got here tonight. I would say both teams really got to be happy with the amount of people that came from their respective towns. And you got to love that Valley's got a 100-piece band here tonight going to perform at halftime.
You know what? And they're performing a little bit in between, just down there playing away. And Yeah, it's a great atmosphere. A lot of people here. It should be fun.
I think you've got some Valley and some Des Moines area
Oh,
people.
we got a
with
flag down.
before the snap, but they did not unless
Picked it up.
Now he's going to pick it up. They didn't blow the play dead. Now he's going to wave off the flag. So the gain going to be out near the 32-yard line. A pickup of 7 on the play again for Tyler Brandt. He's waving off the flag.
Not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, because he took it out of his pocket.
I wonder if he was watching the
foot.
clock.
Yeah.
Maybe decided
But
the clock
that's not
didn't
his
start.
call because the official behind the play is the one that usually makes the delay of game call. So Wildcats will break the huddle. That one caught me off guard.
Yeah, I didn't even follow the play. I was trying to figure out what he was calling.
Tyler Brandt again in at quarterback. Whitver in the slot over on here on the right side. Ertz over on the left side. Now they're sending Ertz now in motion. They'll snap it back. Brandt wanting to keep it, trying to follow those two guys. And that time Kuna read it, and Brandt going to be wrapped up short of the first down. He'll get out near the 33-yard line. A pickup of about 1 on the play. We're going to call it to third down and about 2 yards to go. Probably third and a long 2.
They went over in motion, made it a strong side to the short side of the field. Had that extra body, but Coon Rapids Bear was able to plug that hole. Really hard, tough running. It's been a physical game so far up front. It's going to continue to be that way the rest of the game, I believe.
Exactly what you would expect from these two teams, though, right? In this rivalry.
Yeah. These two teams are going to hit you hard every time they get a chance to play.
I formation this time up for Glidden Ralston. They'll hand it off to the first man through, and picking up the first down is going to be, I think that was Ertz. Nope, that's Caden Smith that came in. I wondered if maybe they would use him in that situation. So Caden Smith gets his first carry and picks up about 5 on the play. That'll be enough for the first down.
Those quick hitters seem to be working right up the middle where Coon Rapids Bears doing a stand-up more from the linebacker. They're giving them maybe a 2-3 yard run unless there's a blitz on.
They'll come back out in the I formation. Ball at the 37-yard line. 2 tight end set. Handed off again, and that time it was Ertz, and he is going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage at no gain on the play. And it'll bring up second down and 10 to go. That time the Crusaders won the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're coming from those linebacker spots and trying to fill up ahead and trying to hit the gap more and trying to keep that offensive line off of them, that big offensive line. So really trying to play the games, and when Glidden Ralston hits it right, it's a nice gainer. When CRB hits it right, it's a stop at the line of scrimmage. So both teams playing a little cat and mouse right now.
Wildcats in a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Whitver going to keep it right up the middle. Actually, that is Olberding in at quarterback that time. And Ethan Olberding tries to keep that one, and he is going to pick up only about 2 yards. So that is going to bring up now. We'll call it third down. Let's call it around 8 yards to go. So third and long for Glidden Ralston.
Yeah, that time they were trying to do the old spread and see if we can't sneak it up there. And a good job of the defense staying home, and nice play design, just didn't work out.
Caden Smith splits out to the right. 2 wide receivers out here as well to the left, and this time they snip it to Brandt. Brandt runs a guy over, just lowered his shoulder. Going to be right at the first down marker, and Jeff, he just took on Easton Hayes, just one-on-one that time, and he's got much more size and ran him over. They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, same exact play, same design, 2 left, 2 right, and went ahead and just plowed him up the middle, and rather than dancing, he said, I'm just going to run you over, beat me. So, and a nice job of running that time. Same play here.
Yeah, Wildcats again come out 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Brandt again looking to keep it, hit at the line of scrimmage, fights his way forward. He'll get down at around the 31-yard line of Coon Rapids Bear, a gain of 2 on the play. And that is going to bring up second down and 8 to go. Want to give a quick shout out to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me, giving me a vehicle to drive all the sporting events I've been covering. The New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game, 2018 Nissan Murano SP, just under 29,000 miles. It's all-wheel drive in black and color. Call 800-861-7268 for more information, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website at 1380kcim.com. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Your home for oil changes for life and free warranty as well. We've got a timeout, end of the first quarter here. It is 6-0 in favor of Coon Rapids Bear. Tana Oswald, 35-yard interception return on the first possession of the game. That's our only scoring. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute right here on the KKRL.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you. From our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever, we work to keep your new way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storaham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
Motor Inn player of the game coming up for you following the game tonight. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold with you here tonight down at Valley Stadium in Des Moines. And thanks to Ross Bauer and everybody down here at Valley, Jeff, this has been a great experience.
How about that band? You know, it's been a long time they played the Crusader Fight song. It's been a long time since I've heard it played that loud. You know, the 100-piece band, and really sounded good. Now they got the drums going right now, a little drum solo, and the band's dancing, and it's just kind of fun. It gives that college atmosphere with a big band like that, and they sound good and they act good. It's a lot of fun.
Wildcats will go right to left across your radio dial, while Coon Rapids Beard will go left across your radio dial here in this second
Digital,
quarter.
it's north to south, folks.
Jeff and I, that's a long-running joke. I think it was one of the first games you ever did with me that you gave me a hard time about the radio dial.
Well, everybody else has digital, so you know, in the real world, we're going north to south to north. What do you want to do? But radio dial works. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
That
helps everybody understand
because
it.
my mother-in-law says it works.
Yep, absolutely. Shotgun formation again for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 8. They've got, again, Tyler Brandt back in the backfield, and he wanted to go left, was forced to have to go right. He'll get down around the 31-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down. We'll call it 7 yards to go. 12 carries, 49 yards unofficially right now for Tyler Brandt here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a change at Coon Rapids Beard. They're going more to trying to gang tackle more on Brandt. They were doing a lot of one-on-one stuff, and that's just not going to work. He is too good of a runner.
Brand in the slot this time on the right side. Ertz on the left. They've got Whitford back in at the quarterback spot. Low snap, goes down and gets it. Pressure comes from the outside from Gabe Obert and dives and gets him from behind. Obert's such an athlete. Jeff's got that great speed, and that time used it to his advantage.
Well, that was a burst because I really thought Whitford got the corner. I was thinking maybe first down there, and wow, Obert just from nowhere had a burst and grabbed him around the ankles and dropped him. So
that's going to be a loss.
Both players made a great play on that one.
Loss of a yard on the play. More than likely, Glidden Ralston going to go for it here on 4th down as they'll take Tyler Brandt off. Ertz going to split out to the right. You've got Caden Smith and Jackson Sklenar split to the left. Also, Ethan Oberding split out to the right. Whitver out of the shotgun. And we've got a
flag.
Yeah, flag coming in from behind the play. Usually that's a delay of game. The play clock is reset to 25, but I wouldn't have thought that took 25 seconds there, Jeff. They didn't seem like they took that long. It is a delay of game against the offense. That did not seem like it took that long, did it?
You know, sorry, I don't pay attention to the play clock as much. I was kind of watching the setup, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know on that one. Now it's going to bring up 4th down and about 13. They'll run that same play, and now Whitver in trouble. Breaks away from the tackle, looks down the field, and then it's knocked away by Easton Hayes, who was playing shallow that time, and Hayes jumped up and got a piece of the ball.
I don't say this about a Hayes very often, but a really nice play out of him because he was going to intercept it and decided to drop it and go ahead. And you can see he went to catch it and he threw it down. He did not want to catch that. It's better position if he doesn't catch it. So I like to tease his sister and his mom, but great play out of Easton that time to use his brain and get better field position by letting the ball drop.
CRB will have it at their own 36-yard line. 10.5 left here in this first half.
And how about that move out of Whitford? I mean, I thought he was dead to rights back there. It just spun out of it, then got his composure and went to make a throw, and Hayes just jumped and knocked it down. But
trips out here to the right, one wide receiver to the left for Kuhn. They'll send Easton Hayes in motion from left to right. They'll toss it back to him. And they've got great blocking out here on this right side. Now he's going to switch it around. He's got a lot of running room. The only guy he's got to get by is Ertz. Ertz forces him to cut back up and in. and he's going to be tackled by Cale Clockey, but that's a big gain all the way down to the 24-yard line of Glidden Ralston. So that is going to be a pickup that time of about 20 on the play.
Boy, they had him pinched off. They tried to go short side, heavy load on this side on the right, and came in here and he cut that back, and they had the wall set up for him. And great job open field tackle that time by Ernst. Otherwise, Hayes is probably gone.
That is speed right there, speed and athleticism, and that's what Coon's going to be able to throw at you this year. Trips again out to the right, one to the left. This time they'll send Gabe Obert in motion. They run the same play, toss it back to Obert. He gets the edge, turns the corner, and now going to be hit and driven out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 20 down near the 14-yard line. That's going to be, the 16-yard line. That's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. First carry here tonight for Obert, and it'll bring up second down and about 2 to go.
Now, both of these teams run basically the same play with different personnel. Line up the same, look the same, just put different personnel in and get different results. So really, really impressed by both these teams. Pretty clean so far.
9:54 left.
They're going to reset the play
half.
clock, they said. Yep.
Yeah, I wondered. I think on that penalty earlier on that fourth down, I think that clock ran out a little quick. Don't forget, we've got Rewind coming up for you Tuesday morning on KCIM. We'll talk about all of the opening games this opening Friday, plus all of the volleyball action. Coon Rapids Bayard was at a tournament today at Colfax Mingo, went 2-1 on the day. Oswald out of the shotgun, drops back. Pressure comes from the backside. It's knocked up into the air by Cale Clockey, cut in front of the receiver that time, Easton Hayes, and knocks it away. It's going to bring up third down and about 4 to go.
Nice job of closing that time by Clockey, and he got right in there and had a chance of intercepting that ball, but broke that one up. Nice play.
That's going to bring up third down, a manageable about 4 yards to go here. Need to get down around, actually, I'm going to say it's 3rd and 2. They're at the 16. They need to get down to around the 14 for the first down. So 3rd and a long 2.
Don't be surprised if he runs this one.
Obert going to go in motion. They're going to hand it off to Gabe. He's got running room up the middle. He gets to the outside. He makes a man miss and takes it in for the touchdown. A 17-yard touchdown run from Gabe Obert. And, Jeff, I said it in the pregame. I said it to Coach before the season started in that pregame interview and preseason interview. Gabe Obert's one of those guys can take it to the house anytime he touches the ball.
Yeah, and they got quite a few of those guys, but it just had that feel. You know, they tried a couple passes, didn't feel like they were having that much success. They've had success running the ball and just felt like that was going to be a running play with 2 yards to go. Coach was looking that direction, and Gabe were able to get by the initial surge, and once you're in that open field, all these Coon Rapids Bayard runners are going to be tough to knock down.
And that makes it now 12-0. On to attempt the extra point is Jacob Estrada. They're going to go for 2. They've got Obert, and it's caught for a 2-point conversion.
That's a good-looking pass by Estrada.
Yes.
That one caught everybody off guard. He stood up and had Gabe, and what nice touch. Put a little air underneath it and gave Gabe a chance to run underneath it. Nice play.
14-0 now in favor of Coon Rapids Bayard. 9:42 left here in the first half of play. We're back in 1 minute right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
This is Iowa, and Avila Bank is now even more available for you. With 16 locations across the state, including new branches in Ames, Ankeny, and Sioux City. Right now, sign up for a Simply Free checking account and get your new debit card instantly. We'll even buy back your old bank's unused checks. Avila Bank has been banking in Iowa since 1870, and we're proud to be growing with your community. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available. Member FDIC.
Roselle Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of our halftime show. That'll be coming up here. Still a ways to go. 9:42 left here in the first half. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold with you. Kristen Campese back in the studio. Tyler Bruner over here operating and producing our video broadcast.
He's still awake.
1380 KCIM YouTube page, and that video broadcast is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. So thanks everybody for tuning in here tonight to our high school football coverage, and we're down at Valley Stadium. Coon Rapids Bears led it 6-0 after Tanner Oswald intercepted a ball on the first possession of the game. It took it 35 yards back for a touchdown, and now it was Gabe Olbert scoring on a 17-yard run. The 2-point conversion was good, and Coon Rapids Bears now leading it 14-0. High kick by Estrada. That almost looks like it's an onside kick. It takes a great bounce. It's loose on the field. And Glidden Ralston, I think, says they fell on top of it, Jeff, but there's a battle underneath for that ball. I haven't seen the officials pointing yet. Have not seen the officials point yet, and they're going to say it's Glidden Ralston football. That ball was bouncing all over the place, Jeff, as nobody went to catch the ball for Glidden Ralston, but they come up with it at their own 26-yard line.
I think you're right. He's kicking it into the wind, and everybody backing off. They almost caught that in the air, did CRB, and Glidden Ralston had to try to get it. It hit and flew back towards Coon Rapids Bears' side, and he had bodies flying all over trying to get to that ball, but that was that slippery pig. It was going all over the place.
John Whitver will come in as quarterback. Wildcats still in the huddle. Motor and player of the game coming up following the ball game. Motor and of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Whitver out of the shotgun, wants to throw, and we've got a flag. And that is before the snap, so that is going to go probably against the Wildcats. It's going to be motion against them. And that is going to be their 5th penalty here for 35 yards.
Yeah, see if they stick with that running attack. I was impressed with their doing it, but, they got themselves behind the chains like this, and then the throwing tendencies have to come out a little bit. But see if they go back to running the ball here.
Jeff, that penalty that stopped that one drive, that now they go deep for Caden Smith, ball overthrown. And that one really hurt because they would have had a chance if they'd have scored on that drive. They still almost picked up the first down, even though they were facing a first down and 20.
Yeah, and twice now they've been in CRB territory and turned it over on downs. And, in 8-man, you got to convert when you're when you get down in there. And right now they're just trying to figure out this offense. The nice thing is this is non-district, but
it's the rivalry game.
Yep, you definitely want to win this game, and you want to get better. Yep. And they want to figure out what they want to do and get better at it.
Whitfer again out of the shotgun, going to send a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff to Ertz. They give it to Brandt coming on that cross again, and he'll get out near the 21-yard line. So a gain, I'm going to give him the 22, a gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down now and 9 to go.
When Brandt's running north to south, he's tough to stop.
Yep.
When they get him going east to west, that's when he's running across that line of scrimmage. They're able to stop that. So see what they're doing here if they can keep things going.
Now split 2 wide receivers, Sklenar and Clucky. It looks out, split out here to the left, 2 to the right as well. Whitver out of the shotgun. Whitver going to drop back, pressure comes. He throws it downfield, and that is over the head of Brent and out of bounds.
Got sandwiched there.
Yep, we're going to be facing a 4th down now and about 14 to go, so more than likely probably going to have to punt the football away here as the ball is spotted back near the 22-yard line.
I would think this would be a punting situation, but I thought the last time was a punting situation. So we'll see what they do here. As Mark Philmeyer explained yesterday, down and distance means nothing in 8-man, and he's right. You can pop something so easy in this game, but right now both defenses are playing pretty well. I think you're going to have to look at punting this ball.
And Caden Smith is back to punt. Easton Hayes goes back deep for Coon Rapids Bears. There's the snap, no pressure. Left-handed punt, and left-footed punt, and he got a nice one, and that is going to go off of Hayes and out of bounds inside the 15, back at around the 13-yard line. So that is where Coon Rapids Bayard will start just their 3rd possession of the game at their own 13-yard line. 8:38 left here in the first half of play.
Tough punt. That one was spiraling and had some distance and going to the corner. Those are tough to field. Coming right at you with the tip.
And Caden's an outstanding punter, Jeff. He really is.
That's
got a very
good
leg.
Punt. Yeah, very, very nice punt. You don't see that very often, but that was beautiful.
So the Crusaders will come back out. They lead it here 14-0.
You know me, I don't like to give kickers any credit, but I'm going to give them some credit on that one.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I know. They're close to soccer, so I don't
Shotgun formation. They're going to send Obert in motion, and now we've got another flag and another offsides. Jeff, it almost seems like every time either one of these teams sends a man in motion, not every time, but almost every time, we get a flag.
And I don't know what they're calling there.
I don't know if they're
stutter
flinching forward just a little bit first and coming across the line and then going in motion instead of turning and going. I'm not for sure.
Or they're coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up too much. I don't know. They're seeing something they don't like.
One wide receiver to the left, one to the right. Now they'll send Obert in motion. They're going to hand the football off up the middle, trying to get Easton Hayes out here on the edge. He'll dance his way out to around the 11-yard line from around the 8-yard line. So a pickup of about 3 on the play for Hayes. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it about 12 yards to go.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what they're calling. And
well, we've had 5 penalties here so far against Kuhn and 5 against Glidden. So we've had, and quite a few of those have been motion penalties.
Yeah, the other ones were offsides and then a chop block. So, you know.
Trips out to the left, one wide receiver out here to the right. Shotgun formation again for Oswald. Sends Obert in motion. They throw the quick screen. It is complete on the far side of the field. Tackle made out near the 15-yard line and trying to catch the number. Those Kuhn numbers, Jeff, they're tough to read.
Yeah, they needed a little bigger white stripe around. Actually, the front is tough. The back's not bad, but the front
is tough.
And I'm looking through a tinted glass, so I'm really having trouble.
And I'm thinking that was Preston McAllister on the catch there, so a pickup of about 3 on the play.
Now I understand why they use binoculars. We're a long ways away, too.
Yep. And I'm getting a little older.
I'm getting a lot older.
Well, that too. So third down, 8 to go.
Isn't there supposed to be wisdom with age?
And yeah, but that doesn't help your eyes. And then Oswald hit as he throws. He's going deep. He's got a man down there as Hayes got in behind the defense, but it is just overthrown. And it'll bring up fourth down and probably a punting situation here for Coon Rapids Bayard.
That was a big arm. He let that one fly, and it's not easy to overthrow those guys like that against the wind. And he had plenty of room on that one. Nice job that time of the Glidden Ralston defense, not giving him time to get Oswald time to get that off. Got a lot of pressure on there. Staying home, they had nice defensive coverage as well.
And the Wildcats that time able to get in quick, Jeff. They didn't really block him up the middle, and that put pressure right in Oswald's face at the beginning. He's going to roll out, punts it out to his right. That one's going to hang up in the wind. Fair catch called for and not made. It's loose on the field. And let's see, here comes up on top of it. And it looks like it's going to be a Coon Rapids Bayard.
Yeah, that one's one you want to stay away from. That one was coming down into a crowd. He ran up in there. So when you run up into it, it can't be catch interference because you're running into that crowd. So got in there tight. I think he might have gotten bumped as he was coming in there, but
that's one,
legal.
Jeff, where I hate to say it, but he's got to let that bounce.
You got to let that go.
You just got to let that bounce and take the bounce, get out of the way, and you're still going to get good field position. You're probably going to have it inside your, outside of your 30 or outside of your 25 at least.
Yeah, and realize on this turf it's going to bounce differently, and they haven't practiced that much. So, early in the year you got to learn that one.
Trips out to the left, one wide receiver, Gabe Obert out here to the right. Oswald out of the shotgun, sends Obert in motion. They fake the handoff. Oswald wants to keep it, and he is swallowed up by the defense that time. Kyler Ascheid gets in there first, and Caden Smith comes in second. A loss on the play from the 37 back to the 34-yard line. That is going to be a loss of 3 on the play. It'll bring up second down now, and let's call it about 13 yards to go.
Great job that time by the Wildcat defense. There was nowhere to go for Oswald. They did not bite. They stayed at home, and by the time he turned around, he had 2-3 jerseys right there in his face. And if he could have bumped it outside, he might have been able to get something there, but good job of not letting him do anything.
Coming to you live from our Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And the play clock down to 1, and we're going to get a timeout called by Coon Rapids Bayard. We'll step away with them. 6:51 left here in the first half. We'll step away. We're back in 30 seconds. Crusaders lead it 14-0.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
welcome you back here, 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold at Kristen Campese back in the studio. Jeff, our Tyler Bruner over here to my right with our video broadcast powered by New Way Ford.
That's what he's doing?
Coon Rapids.
I thought he was just hanging out.
Next week, Jeff, we've got a slate of games going on. So we've got a longer water break going on right now. Glidden Ralston will go to GTRA, while Coon Rapids Bayard hosting Woodward Academy coming up tomorrow, next Friday night. But our broadcast games, Carroll at Gilbert, Nick Brinks, and also Cade Shable on the call there on Kick 106.7. Atlantic at Kemper all have the broadcast on that one on KCIM. And then IK Manning at Westwood of Sloan. We've got Tyler Bruner on the broadcast there.
Ooh, you get the big drive.
He gets the debut, and I'm sending him like 3 hours away.
The young buck gets the long drive. Yeah, I think I was scheduled to do the Gilbert game, but I'm going to be out of town now. So
yeah, so we'll have Cade Shable on that one. I don't know for sure who we'll have on the Kemper game or on the IK Manning game, but we'll find somebody to help Tyler and I out with those two broadcasts. And then, of course, we'll have the New Way Ford scoreboard show following those games, and we'll have Nathan Cones and also Jim Molitor coming up next week on that New Way Ford scoreboard show.
I've been known to listen from the road.
Yeah.
I've been known to pop off from the road.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. But, folks, if you haven't heard the New Way Ford scoreboard show, it's a scoreboard show every Friday night on KCIM and on Kick 106.7. It runs from 10 to midnight. Nathan Cones is the usual host, and then Drew Derrickson and Jim Molitor kind of bounce in as the other guys on that show. Tyler was in on it for a little while last night.
Yeah, I didn't make it in last night. The game went too late.
Out of the shotgun, low snap, picks it up, throws it quick out here. The pass is complete to Clayberg, makes a man miss, and then just keeps going as he kind of just shoved a guy out of the way and gets out to midfield. A pickup of 7. Going to bring up third down, Jeff. A manageable 6 yards to go.
Yeah, that play started out bad and continued to be bad, but just bad enough to make things work. It threw off both the offense and the defense on that one, where the ball hit the ground and threw it back behind him. Just kind of everything was rushed, but gave a chance for Clayberg to be in space.
McAllister, Hayes, Clayberg split out to left. Oswald is split out here to the right. Shotgun formation. They'll send Obert in motion. They're going to stop in the middle of the field. They hand it to him. It's bobbled. He fumbles it, and he's going to be able to fall on top of it. And, Jeff, he caught a break there. Caden Smith tackled him, but tackled him right back onto the ball. Otherwise, Bryson Ertz would have had a chance to pick that one up, and Jackson Sklenar would have had a chance to pick that one up and run with it.
Well, Smith that time did a swim move, and he was in the backfield right about the time the handoff was going on. And you're right, Jeff, that one could have been disastrous, but it'd be great if you're on the Glidden Ralston side. So great defensive play, blew that one up, and, fourth down.
Loss of 11 on the play, going to bring up 4th and 17, a punting situation. They'll get this punt off. It's a long high line drive. Oberding will catch it at around the 18-yard line. He'll get up near the 23-yard line. So there is going to be where Glidden Ralston will have it. 6:17 left here in this first half of play.
And if Glidden Ralston, no harm, no foul on that turnover on the punt. So able to keep things going here and see if you can catch a drive and get some points on the board right before half.
They're going to actually spot it down at the 24-yard line. So that is where they will have it. 6:17 left. Our Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. Jeff Honnold can tell you a little bit about Roselle Mutual.
Maybe a little bit.
Been there, 4 years now?
Yeah, they haven't kicked me out yet.
And that might be coming.
That could be. No, I wouldn't argue with them.
I know your wife would, she kicks you out a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't think I can go home.
And this time Whitford throws it back. He's got Caden Smith. It is complete. And Smith powers his way out to the 30. That time, Jeff, again, this time they rolled to the left, threw it back to the right, able to drop that one in. And got it out to the 30, a pickup of 6.
It was a fake handoff, fake sweep throwback right. And had me faked out. I thought the ball was over here to the left side. Nice job of throwing that back across. And, again, Coon Rapids Bayard staying home, but still a 5-yard gain.
Well, and they got it out to a pretty good athlete in Caden Smith. He was able to break a tackle and kind of power his way forward. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Brandt in at quarterback out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap and just goes forward off the right side. He'll pick up about 3 yards. Let's give him 2 down to around out, to the 34-yard line. Still getting a little confused at times on this side of the field.
It's tough. And the players are trying to cover up our numbers. So, You know, and you look at that. You look at Brant running right now. He's getting, 2, 3, 4 yards a pop. It's tough not to keep feeding him the ball.
Third down, about 2 yards to go. Wildcats, we'll see if they're in 2-down territory here. Down 14-0. Coon Rapids Bayard with the lead. They'll come out pistol formation this time. Whitford turns, hands it off, and Brandt that time hit in the backfield. And Jeff, that was just one where it's going to be about a half a yard loss.
Yep.
That just takes too long to develop with the speed that Coon Rapids Bayard has defensively. Brandt's one of those guys, you want to get the ball in his hands quick and just let him get going forward.
Agree. The best moves they've had so far tonight in the plays were the quick hitters to him and let him use his strength and just run people over before they get set. That time the defense was set, they got grounded and were able to make that tackle.
Yeah, he was almost getting hit as he got the ball, and that doesn't allow him to be able to find the hole or just get that steam going. But they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 3. They'll come out in an I formation, 2 tight end set. Coon with 7 guys again in the box. Easton Hayes creeping up, and now we're going to get a timeout called by Glidden Ralston. They will have 1 remaining here in the half. 3:57 left here in the first half. Honnold and I are back in 30 seconds here on KKRL.
If you have a problem.
Jeff Blakeman, Jeff Honnold with you here tonight. Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. Glidden Ralston, big decision here, Jeff. This is really kind of a big play. You're down 14-0. Coons had some success not on that last drive, but using their speed here, you don't really want to give them the ball back, especially out here near midfield in your own territory, because you don't want them to try and extend this to maybe 17 or 21-0, going into the halftime. So need to get the first down here if you're going to go for it.
Yeah, you're right. You do not want to give them the ball here, but you're looking at 4th and 3. Brandt's done a nice job all night of being able to get that yardage, so I'm not sure what you're going to want to do here as far as I think I would probably look at punting this one, but I think he's going to go for it.
They are going to go for it. They've got Whitver out of the shotgun. They're going to snap it back to him, and he is going to be hit and dropped. That was actually Brandt. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So a turnover on downs going to set up Coon Rapids Bayard in a very, very good field position.
Understand the play call. Brant got that one right away. He was going to go and run downhill. But that time Coon Rapids Bayard able to knife in. They had 2 guys diving at his legs, and he wasn't able to get past the line of scrimmage.
So now the Crusaders will have it. They have not run a lot of offensive plays here so far. They'll put a receiver out to the left. They've got 2 receivers, twin receivers to the right. They'll come out in a pistol formation with Obert land up behind Oswald. Glidden with 2 down linemen come with 4. They toss it back, and Obert going to be hit in the backfield, knocked out of bounds. He'll get near back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see if they give him that line of scrimmage. They're going to. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up now 2nd down. We'll call it still 10 yards to go, but get knocked out of bounds stops the clock with 3:47 left in the half.
Sorry, Jeff. Nice job that time by Smith. He came in, forced that pitch, and was able to get over there and make the tackle as well. So a good job of recognizing the play, getting in there early, and then breaking that thing up.
And actually, Jeff, they gave him a yard gain. They gave him out to the 29-yard line. So they'll come out shotgun formation, 2 to the left and 2 to the right. Oswald wanting to throw, goes down the middle. It's off the fingertips of his intended receiver, McAllister. It'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. That was a well-thrown ball, and he threw it right into the zone of that defense.
Yeah, might have had him just a little bit earlier, had him in stride. Waited just a little bit too long on that, made him slow down just a little, and I think that disrupted him. But
that's still a ball you got to catch, though. He's wide open across the middle of the field.
Hit him in hands. He had plenty of room as well. So just one of those plays that, you had the defense where you want them on that one. You got to make that play.
3rd down and 9 now. If you're Coon Rapids Bayard, you want at least a little bit here on this 3rd. You don't want, if you're going to go for it on 4th, you don't want a 4th down and 9. trips out to the left. One wide receiver, that's Obert to the right. They'll send him in motion. They'll snap it back to Oswald. Pressure comes right away, and the pass is incomplete. And give a lot of credit to the pressure from Sklenar coming, Jeff, on a blitz from the outside that time. He got into Oswald's face before he really had a chance to get set and throw that ball, and he had to throw it before the receiver was even aware that the ball was going to be coming his way.
Absolutely. That Sklenar came in and blew that play up. That one was set up pretty well. They had the guy out in the flat when they needed him, at least enough to get half the yardage they were going to want for the first down, if not the first down. So big down now, 4th and 9. You know, you're going to try to pin them deep, or you're going to go ahead and go for it. Looks like they're going for it.
They do have Oswald out of the shotgun, trips out here to the left. Now, he is also their punter, so they could squib this one here. Obert splits out here to the right. They send him in motion. They are going to toss it to him off the left side, trying to get that edge, and he is going to be knocked it down short of the first down, upended that time. And Bryson Ertz came up and made the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 8, but they needed it 9. So it's going to bring up a first down now for Glidden Ralston as their defense, Jeff, comes up with a big stop on 4th down.
Yeah, nice job there, too. Looked like he had all the momentum. He's running downhill. Then next thing you know, they upend him. I mean, nice job of going low there, making that tackle on the legs and stopping him right in his tracks.
3:28. That didn't burn up much time, just 25 seconds off of the game clock. Ball spotted out at around the 23-yard line. And I tell you what, this Glidden defense, Jeff, tonight has been impressive so far tonight. Minus that one somewhat short drive, they've really held their own.
Well, and the offense has put up some yards. They just haven't gotten in the end zone yet.
Pistol formation for Whitver, wanting to throw the football. Pressure comes. He's going to tuck it. He's going to look to run, and he is going to be dropped out at around the 23-yard line. A pickup of maybe 1 on the play. They're going to give him the 24. A gain of 1 on the play, and it'll bring up second down now and at 9 to go.
Nice job that time. I lost your 21. Who was that?
That is Clayberg. Lance
Clayberg. Clayberg should have known that one. Clayberg, again, closing speed, was able to get that tackle on the open field.
So the Wildcats
have the football. Too dark in here for me to read it.
It is. Yeah, I'm hoping that's why I was looking around here a moment ago. I'm trying to find
a
light switch at halftime. Yep.
I got one right behind us, I think, for you.
And now the handoff up the middle, and that is Oberding. Flag comes in late behind the play. And that's going to be back at around the 26-yard line. He gains all the way out to around the 36-yard line, so that would have been a pickup of 13 on the play. Let's see if it's going to go. It's going to be a hold call going to go on the Wildcats. That'll be their 6th penalty here of the night.
That's too bad. That was a heck of a run by Oberding on that one. But all for naught as it backs them up. And that's been kind of the story right now for Glidden Ralston. Just those penalties, getting them behind the chains and making them work a little extra.
Sean Burks, the Audubon coaching staff down here scouting this game here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. You know he's going to get a chance.
Actually, he's down here watching the game tonight. He is not scouting the game tonight. I'll tell that story here in a moment.
He doesn't have any paper out.
He has no paper and no camera. His wife works for Coon Rapids Bayard. She said, if you go to the game, you cannot go to scout because I work at Coon Rapids Bayard.
Well, I guarantee you he's noting tendencies.
Yes, I imagine the scouting clock still working in his brain. Whitver again looking to throw. He's got a man down there, and it's through the fingertips of Ertz over on the sideline. A little wheel route, Jeff, and it falls incomplete.
Had him, nice pass, too. Yep. Hit him right in the hands, just not able to make that catch along the sidelines. But really nice design play, well executed. Just got to get that finished off.
I thought you'd have some fun with that. I set you up for that. I used to call the slide on volleyball a wheel route.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, back before I knew the game of volleyball very well.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a little bit of a break here. I'm trying to be nice to you tonight.
I know you are, and I'm really surprised at that.
Well, it's a new thing for me.
Yep, 3rd down and 17. Whitver out of the shotgun. Turns, fakes the handoff again to Ertz, goes off to Brandt, and Brandt breaks a tackle. Keep fighting now, pops through, has one man to beat as he gets into the open field. He's at the 35, the 30, the 25, and drugged down from behind, but not before he gets all the way down to the 23-yard line of the Crusaders.
That was all Brandt that time, and it's been mostly Brandt offensively for them, and what a run. That's all heart and strength there. He just broke tackles and kept running, was not going to go down, and he got hit 3 or 4 times pretty well and still stayed up. That was a great-looking run.
44-yard gain that time on 3rd down for Tyler Brandt. And that was all Tyler Brandt. He has to leave the field here momentarily. Whitver and Ernst split out to the right. Ethan Oberding in at quarterback, and now Coon Rapids Bayard going to burn a timeout here with 2:13 remaining in the first half. We're going to step away. We'll take a break. We're back in 30 seconds right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
We welcome you back here on 93.7 at KKRL. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honnold, Tyler Bruner down here at Valley Stadium. Of course, we've got, as I called him on Facebook tonight, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Jeff Story
He looks
down
like
here
a
taking
goat.
pictures. And then, of course, we've also got Kristen Campisi back in the studio. Jeff, a fun game down here right now. This would be huge for Glidden Ralston if they can get something on the board here right before the halftime, kind of gets them back into this game. Not that they're out of the game down 14-0, but that's a momentum boost going into the half.
Yeah, they have been doing a good job all night long of driving it in, but if you get down here a third time and don't punch it in, it's just really heartbreaking. So they really got to go ahead and get this punched in here and get a score just to kind of break the ice for them here at the beginning of the year.
And I want to shout out to, as well, to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me. Give me a vehicle to drive to all the sporting events I've been covering. The New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game, 2018 Nissan Murano SV, just under 29,000 miles. All-wheel drive, black in color. Call 800-861-7268 for more information, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website. Sports on the Go, sponsored by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Your home for warranty for life, and also free oil changes for life. John Whitford now on the quarterback draw, going to keep it. He'll get down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line from the 23-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it 6 yards to go.
I was down at New Way Ford today, saw the boys. Oh, here we go.
Snap back to Whitver, wanting to go quick, and the ball intercepted. Easton Hayes read it. We're going to get a flag. I think we're going to get a late hit maybe on the quarterback. But the interception will probably stand as Hayes read that play, jumped it, and picks up the interception, returns it out to the 25-yard line before he is tackled down.
That was a nice throw, but a great job of jumping the route. What? I didn't follow the play here, but I think you're right. It had to be a late hit.
It's the only thing I can think of. He was still coming in, but where the flag is thrown at, Jeff, it's back behind where the quarterback was at.
There was nobody else there.
There was nobody else back there, so that's the only thing I can think of, is that it's a late hit on the quarterback.
They're talking it over.
Yep, roughing the passer against the defense. It's going to be a first down for Glidden Ralston, so that'll wipe out the interception.
Yeah, that's a costly penalty.
Yes, it is.
You know, so now if you're Glidden Ralston, you gotta get it from here. You're going to be on the 10-yard line. You have to get this punched in from here.
Yeah, they will mark it down to the 10.
And I don't know. I didn't see the after the play.
As soon as he left threw the ball, Jeff, I started reading where it was going and what happened there. So I did not see the hit. Whitver out of the shotgun, sends Sklenar in motion from left to right. He's going to be the lead blocker. Whitver looking to get the edge, spins out of one tackle, and falls forward down near the 8-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of 2 on the play. It'll bring up second down now and goal to go from around the 8-yard line.
See some Kemper Knight chairs down there.
Oh, that's nice. I was hoping that we would see some people from all over the area come down here tonight. Might as well. We came down a little early, right?
Yeah, got a little bite to eat.
Yeah. Spent a little time down here today. Wildcats will
Too
break
much
the
time
huddle.
Together.
Yeah, that is true. Just the ride down here was enough.
Yeah,
minute 10 left here in the first half.
The walk-in was enough.
Yeah. Whitver out of the quarterback position, throws to the end zone, and it is incomplete.
He went out of bounds.
And he went out of bounds. He caught it, but he stepped out of bounds prior to that. So it is going to be an incomplete. Saw the official there throw his hat down.
Saw the same thing. Yep. We both saw the same thing. As soon as that hat gets thrown down.
Yeah.
if they haven't thrown a penalty flag, because that's the same guy that threw his hat down for a flag as well. But, yeah, he definitely stepped out before he got in there.
Yep, just came out of the backfield, Jeff, and swung around and was trying to catch that one towards that corner of the end zone, but just got a little bit too close. And now we're going to have 3rd down and a goal to go from around the 8-yard line. And again, they spotted him at the 10, so there is no first down on this one. At Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. And Jeff, we're going to have a special guest. Russ Bauer going to join me up here on the headphones for a little while. So I'm looking forward to that and appreciate that. So
Jeff Storion sending me pictures. He sent some really nice shots up from the ground. So he isn't just looking pretty down there. He's supposed to be working.
Does he ever look?
No, he's ugly.
Okay,
I mean, when you call him the GOAT, it's not the greatest of all time. No, he's Billy Goat is what he is.
But he is a great photographer, and we're so glad to have him.
Well, he's got to have some good quality, because that's about it.
Well, I said his better half when Sherry was around earlier tonight.
I wouldn't even give it. It's not even an 8th or 16th.
Yeah, that's true, especially around Sherry.
Oh, yeah, Sherry. That half, you were giving him way too much credit there.
Yeah, you did tell me I downgraded Sherry by saying she was only half.
Yeah, I would have slapped you.
Yeah, so, but she just smiled. She's such a nice lady.
Yeah, well,
she was kind of like your wife. You know, Lisa.
We don't bring up my wife's on the radio.
I know. That's right. That's right. She does not like being brought up on the radio.
Nope.
But she said that to me the other night, so that kind of.
That's ammunition.
It is. It is.
I looked there and told her she wasn't very bright. I mean, I'm sorry. But if you're going to tell a radio guy not to talk about you on the radio, you're going to be talked about.
It just means you're open game.
Yes.
At that point, if you don't want to be talked about on the radio, tell me you want to be talked about on the radio, and then I don't talk about it.
Or text you while you're on the radio.
Yes.
That one usually gets me whacked, too.
Yes. So the one guy that's gotten really quiet is our camera guy, Tyler. He just kind of learns. He just kind of stays to himself over there.
Well, I have some ammo on him, but he's been good lately, so I won't start
that is true.
Although he's got his own radio show, so I might be in trouble.
Whitver again out of the shotgun, looks to throw. Now he's going to tuck it under, but he's going to be knocked down by one of his linemen as he was trying to slide through the pocket. Tackle going to be made back at around the 14-yard line, Jeff. Now it's going to bring up a 4th down situation here for Glidden Ralston.
And that really wasn't the lineman's fault. He got shoved into Whitver. Defensive guy was trying to make
the play. And they gave him a lot of time.
Yeah, he was trying to slide. He saw an opening to his left, trying to slide in the pocket, make a new hole, and just ran into the traffic. Nothing that went on.
And that's what you would call a coverage sack.
I would call that a coverage sack as well.
Nobody open downfield. And the defensive lineman nearest the play gets credited with the sack.
Another big play here. If you're Glidden Ralston, you've got to get a score here with 16 seconds to go.
Whitver with it. Out of the shotgun, drops back, throws it up for Smith. He's triple covered, and it's going to fall incomplete, and there comes the flag.
That was late.
Yep. I think the official was trying to kind of pull that one out of his pocket.
Well, both officials were looking at each other, and there was a lot of traffic. 3 guys on one there, and they're going to have to call. I'm guessing they're going to call.
Our defensive pass interference is going to have to be it because the ball was in the air.
One guy showed uncatchable.
And that is going to be defensive pass interference. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be an automatic first down. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
So it's just one down. That's not a replacement. That's not the first down. It's the 4th down. But it doesn't matter. 8 seconds is the last play anyway. I got Mr. Pomeroy sent that to me on one time because I did the same thing. I said automatic first down, and not in high school. It's just the same down.
I get so used to the college game.
I do
sometimes.
College and pro that you forget that it's automatic.
Yep.
In high school, it is not.
Spotted back to the 7, so Glidden will have one more shot. 8 seconds left here before the Roselle Mutual halftime report. Coon Rapids Bayard up 14-0. Whitver again wanting to throw. He's got a man down here, and it is caught for the touchdown. Sklenar with a 7-yard reception on the touchdown, and the Wildcats on the board with 3 seconds left here in the half.
Flags down. I'm assuming that's going to be defensive pass interference, but we'll see.
First catch tonight and first of the season for Sklenar. And that is a big one if that play stands.
Yeah, they're not going to talk to anybody, so that one's going to be defensive.
Yep. Whitver.
That one got me. I forgot about the cannon.
Yeah, you've jumped the last couple of times. Tyler's gotten used to it down here.
Well, now I'm kind of standing in your window, so I get the full blast. Usually I'm hiding behind my little window here.
I will say that the first time it did it, I felt it.
Yeah, I feel that.
Through the window.
Yeah, you feel it in this open window. You feel the concussion.
Wildcats will attempt the extra point here with Lloyd. The hold is down. The kick is blocked. So it's going to be 14-6 in favor of Coon Rapids Bear with 3 seconds left. And Jeff, you don't want to kick this deep. They've got guys that they've got athletes back there. You really don't want to kick this one deep.
You know, you look up there, say 3 seconds. All right, they're just going to kick it. We're going 8-man football. There's something about those guys that aren't out there in the field.
Yeah.
That, you know, a kick can get taken back so easy in 8-man. You know, we saw one last night where a kick was over to the left side. It picked it up, or right side picked it up, went all the way to the left and gone to the house. So an 8-man kickoffs are a little hairy.
All it takes is really one block. I think if you're Glidden right now, you squib it to one of the up guys and you just take your chances there.
And hope that they don't have their speedsters up there. But they do have speedsters all over the field. So they catch it on the right bounce and go, and now all of a sudden you're breaking the line there. It's a tricky situation in 8-man, what you're going to do with a kick.
The ball going to be set up here out at the 30-yard line again of Glidden to kick it away.
Wonder what the neighbors think of that thing going on.
They're probably used to it down here, except for maybe not on a Saturday night. Brent Lloyd again set to kick it away.
You're in the wrong neighborhood. You'd probably call the cops.
Very possible. Well,
If
if
they
were here.
If they're in my neighborhood, they'd be calling the cops. But usually figuring that I'm shooting it off. Was there a penalty on? Oh yeah, they did on the play.
So he is going to kick it high, and it'll be O'Marion Floyd. He's going to drop the football, and that's going to allow Glidden Ralston to get down there and wrap him up. So that will be the final play here of the first half. 14-6 in favor of the Coon Rapids Bayard Crusaders. We're going to be back with our Roselle Mutual halftime report in 2.5 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank is now even more available for you. With 16 locations across the state, including new branches in Ames, Ankeny, and Sioux City. Right now, sign up for a Simply Free checking account and get your new debit card instantly. We'll even buy back your old bank's unused checks. Avela Bank has been banking in Iowa since 1870, and we're proud to be growing with your community. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available. Member FDIC.
Mutual Insurance is a proud sponsor of tonight's halftime show. Roselle Mutual believes in the value of youth activities to help develop adults that will be our future community leaders. They are your hometown teammates for commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Give them a call, 712-792-4525. And Jeff, here at the halftime, it is 14-6 in favor of Coon Rapids Bayard, but this is something you don't really see in the local area. They've got a bunch of props out on the field for the halftime show.
We got mountains, we got black walls, we got all kinds of stuff going on. I tell you what, I normally complain about the band.
Why?
Even in the college ones, I know, but I do. But you know what? These guys are doing a phenomenal job, and it really is impressing me tonight. Normally I complain about bands at college football games, but this one I'm going to give props. This one's doing pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing very, very well. And what a game we've had here so far tonight. That interception returned by Tanner Oswald now, the difference in the game. Offensively, I haven't figured out the numbers yet. I'll do that during our next break, Jeff, is Russ Bauer going to join us at some point here during the halftime. But Glidden offensively, probably more numbers than Kuhn here in the first half.
Yeah, they found some success running the ball, but they've had a few turnovers and turnover on downs and just not able to punch it in. And, they were stopped there before and brought to our attention that touchdown might have been out of bounds.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch it, but now that you think about it, he was out of bounds. There's a stripe in there that I can see where you get mixed up because I'm getting mixed up. But, they're not being consistent on offenses, Glidden. They're getting a lot of nice drives but not able to finish. And Coon Rapids Bears defense is doing a nice job of getting some turnovers and doing just enough to disrupt it. And on the offensive side, Coon Rapids Bears, had some drives but not able to sustain them. Again, penalties and what have you has stopped them, and as well as a nice defensive scheme by Glidden Ralston.
No, he was in.
He was in.
Yep,
all right.
Just got a picture up here, and he was in.
He was in. Thanks
in.
to Mark Schaefer, had a picture of that for us. So he was inbounds. We're going to give him nice touchdown then. So that was legit. Again, off of a penalty.
Yep.
There's been a lot of penalties tonight. Not quite understanding what the penalties were, but we'll get some clarification on that from coaches maybe and find out what they're calling there. So because I saw a lot of that as well last night. So there's a point of emphasis that I'm missing.
Let's kind of look at the drives here. Glidden Ralston got the ball first. Tanner Oswald came up with an interception. It was right around a 35-yard return for a touchdown. That made it 6-0 as their extra point was no good. 8:59 left. Glidden got the ball back, had a 7-play drive, ended up turning it over on downs. Coon Rapids Bear got the ball at their own 19-yard line with 5:33 left in the first quarter. A 3-play drive ended in a punt. Glidden Ralston then got the ball at their own 29-yard line. They had a 10-play drive. But ended up having to punt that football away. Kuhn got the ball back at their own 36-yard line with 10.5 left in the second quarter. Had a 5-play drive. It was capped by a 17-yard touchdown run from Gabe Obert. The 2-point conversion was good. And with 9:43 left in the first half of play, it was 14-0 in favor of Coon Rapids Bears. Glidden Ralston then got the ball at their own 24-yard line. A 4-play drive. They turned it over on downs. Coon Rapids Bears then got the ball back at the Glidden Ralston 32-yard line, and 4 plays later turned it over on downs. Glidden Ralston then got the ball at their own 23-yard line with 3:28 left in the half, a 9-play drive. There was an interception by Easton Hayes in there, but that was wiped out by a roughing the passer call, or roughing the passer call. And then on a 4th down play on the end zone, they called a pass interference that gave Glidden Ralston one more play, and a Whitver hit Sklenar from 7 yards out for a touchdown. The extra point was blocked with 3 seconds left in the half, and it's 14-6. So that's how we've gotten here, Jeff. There was also one earlier on a Coon Rapids Bears possession where they punted the ball, and Glidden fumbled that punt and muffed it, and Coon Rapids Bears fell on it, but then ended up having to punt the football away again.
Yeah, again, it's first game jitters a little bit, and both of these teams I think are playing fairly well. Just some mistimed penalties and some missed plays are costing both teams.
Yeah, penalties right now, 13 in the first half combined between the two teams.
Still sloppy.
Yep, Glidden Ralston 6 for 45. Kuhn 7 for 52 yards.
And I think 3 of them were defensive offside, so you just got to stop that stuff.
Let's take a look at some of our individual stats here. Tyler Brandt, 17 carries, 95 yards. John Whitver, 7 carries for 4 yards. Bryson Ertz, 2 carries for a -1 yard. Caden Smith, 1 carry for 5 yards. And Ethan Oberding is actually 1 carry for 2 yards. He's had a couple of nice runs wiped out by penalties. So they've got 105 yards on the ground. Passing-wise, John Whitver 2 for 10 for 13 yards and a touchdown. Caden Smith, 1 catch for 6 yards. Jackson Sklenar, the other catch for 7 yards and the touchdown. So they've got 118 yards of offense. For Coon Rapids Bayard here tonight, Gabe Obert, 5 carries, 23 yards with a touchdown. Easton Hayes, 2 carries for 23 yards. Tanner Oswald, 3 carries for 5 yards. So they've got right now 51 yards rushing. Passing-wise, Oswald at 2 of 7 for 10 yards. You've got a 3-yard catch from McAllister, a 7-yard catch from Clayburg. So 51 yards rushing, 10 yards passing for a total offense of 61 yards in the first half.
Yeah, it's been a Tyler Brandt show tonight so far. I mean, he's just been the workhorse. And CRB, you're seeing it. They're just maybe a person or two away from breaking some big ones. The speed's there. You see the conditioning on both sides are well, I would have thought maybe Glidden Ralston be wearing Coon Rapids Bayard down a little bit more with that size, but both teams holding up pretty well on the conditioning side of it. So should be an entertaining second half and see whose will comes out in this one.
We're going to step away. We'll take a break, back with more of our Roselle Mutual halftime report. That's coming up next here on KKRL.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Tom, right now 79.
14-6, Coon Rapids Bayard with the lead right now over at Glidden Ralston, and the halftime brought to you again by Roselle Mutual Insurance. Roselle Mutual believes in the value of youth activities to help develop adults that will be our future community leaders. They are your hometown teammates for commercial, farm, home, auto insurance needs. Give them a call, 712-792-4525. Jeff Blankman joined by a very special guest here tonight, the man that kind of got all this set up, Ross Bauer. Works down here at Valley, former Coon Rapids Bayard grad, played under Chris Moore when he was the offensive coordinator. You told me earlier, 2007 grad from Coon Rapids Bayard. I remember that.
That's right, Jeff. Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
So thanks for coming up. You're busy down here tonight, so I appreciate you giving us some time.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Let's start how this started, because I know originally Coon was supposed to play down here last year, so this has been something that's been planned for over a year. How long have you been at Valley, and when did this start kind of trickling in your mind a little bit?
Sure. I started at Valley in the fall of 2012. I got hired right out of the University of Iowa as a history teacher there. And then about 2 years ago, I was working one of our freshman football games, and I had texted Chris Moore at something to the line of, just another night at the stadium. And he said, oh, it'd sure be great if we could play at a stadium like that. And I'm like, well, let's make it happen. And so we kind of started thinking about it. We started talking on our end with our facilities and our athletic department about what would be possible. It was supposed to happen 2 years ago, but with the pandemic and schedule changes with the Iowa High School Athletic Association, it got bumped to tonight.
So when you first approached your administration and your other coaches here at Valley, what was their initial reaction?
Some of them said, what is 8-man football? They were not real sure what the game even was. More than anything, they were concerned about the turf. We have pretty high-tech turf on our field, and they were concerned that if we put certain tape down or certain paints, that it would leave a mark. And so a lot of the problems that we had were finding the correct amount of paint and the right style of paint to put on the turf.
And you guys hosted a Valley game last night.
Correct.
So you guys were here late getting everything set up. I know Chris Moore texted me a picture. It was after 1 o'clock in the morning because I was still down at the office when I got it. So how long did you guys work on getting this thing ready?
So the actual field prep took about 2.5 hours. So last night our Valley game went to double overtime, ironically enough.
Yep.
Yeah. And then immediately after we started setting up the portable goalpost, and then Chris Moore came down along with our custodial staff, and we started stretching out the lines and painting. And I got home about 1:30 last night, so it was a late one for sure. Yeah.
Once you got your administration on board and kind of told them what 8-man football was and they jumped on board with this, when did the discussion start with Kuhn then, or was it right away that you started talking with Coach Moore and with the Kuhn administration about moving a game down here?
It was always intended to be something for Coon Rapids Baird. It was a way for me to kind of go full circle, being from CRB, going to Valley, and then talking to Chris Moore. And so originally it was going to be Kuhn versus an Eastern Iowa team. So it was always going to be Coon Rapids Baird. How it turned out to be Coon Rapids Baird and Glidden was the fact that they were split in districts, which was actually really fortunate for us. And so all the way through was with Chris. And so he started talking to his people. I finally got on board with our facilities admin, and it just started clicking.
And once you got Cole in, Cole, a former Coon Rapids Baird grad, now the head coach at Glidden Ralston, how quickly did Glidden kind of jump into the mix once this matchup could be made?
Oh, he was all over it. No, he was really excited about it. He thought it was a cool opportunity to show off not just the game, but obviously the CRB Glidden rivalry that's been there forever. So he was right on board with it, yeah.
And this is going to happen again next year, except for Glidden will be the host school and Coon going to be the visiting school. So is this something that is a thought maybe of other schools, other games? Is this something Valley's now interested in?
We sure hope so. We hope that this will draw more attention to the 8-player game. There's been talks of possibly doing a double or triple header on a Saturday afternoon, like an 11, a 2, and a 7 o'clock start. But we'll see how that goes.
One guy you might want to talk with that is Sean Burks, the head coach from Audubon, and the reason is he was talking to me about 2 years ago about trying to get something like that set up in this area. So I think they wanted to bring in teams from all over the state and kind of showcase 8-man football. So that would be awesome.
Sure. We're definitely
do something like that.
We're definitely available. So yeah.
What's this like for you down here tonight to see how this has turned out, the size of this crowd? I see people from Kemper. We've got Kemper stuff down there. I've got a buddy of mine that lives down here in Des Moines that's down here checking it out because he heard about it. There's probably people from the Des Moines area down here tonight, so this has got to be pretty special.
It really is. Like I said, it's kind of a full circle event for me. I've always – it was actually funny because when I was in high school at CRB, we actually would come down to Valley games, and we're just in awe of the place. And so the irony of doing this now is not lost upon me. No, it's far exceeded my expectations. The way the field got laid out, the way the lines were put down, the crowd that we have, very, very happy with how it turned out.
Tell me what it's like. We're up here in the press box, and this is a great play. Jeff Honnold, who's helping me call the game tonight, said it before. This feels like a state game. You almost feel like you're up at UNI calling, a state game up there. So what's it like down on the field? We were down there before the game, but now that everybody's here and the games have been played, because I know you're down there trying to soak this in.
No, first off, it's hot. The turf retains about 10 to 15 degrees, so it's definitely warm for the players. But it's really cool. Looking out at midfield, looking back at the crowds with the lights, it's a very cool atmosphere.
Your thoughts on the game so far. Give me your if you were a broadcaster, what would you tell me here at halftime?
Lower scoring than I had anticipated. It's been very much like a first week game, lots of penalties, kind of some sloppy play, but definitely some athletes on both sides. I think CRB and Glynn both brought their game. Definitely looked pretty good in the first half.
Do you miss playing?
Always. It never leaves. Yeah, even 15 years later, it's always cool to think about playing on the field,
Do you get out here sometimes? Do you get out when you're practicing with the guys? Do you get out and you probably can't put the pads on anymore, but you get in, maybe make some blocks and catch some passes or throw some balls or something?
Occasionally, yeah. I like to relive it a little bit, sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Tell us your favorite memory about playing at Coon Rapids Bayard.
I think it was just the camaraderie of the guys. You know, we had such a small school, and the same guys always went sport to sport.
Yep.
And so there's so much pride going through each of those individual sports. You know, when I played, we didn't always have a great record. We weren't always competitive. But the guys that you were at practice with every day, that really made it. I'm actually sitting with two guys that I played with down in the stands today.
Who's there? Here's here.
Reagan Grettenberg is with me, and Bryce Deeth was supposed to be here. I think he's going to run a little late. But reminiscing about, you know, the times that we had in high school, and now watching our former high school at a stadium like this, it's been very cool.
So you mentioned guys going from sport to sport to sport. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Big fan sitting right here of high school kids playing multiple sports. We've got an issue going on in high school sports where everybody's specializing. Why should kids not specialize? Why do kids, coming from a coach, coming from a former athlete who didn't specialize, why should kids play multiple sports? Because I tried to tell them, they don't want to listen to me.
No, I think it's about being dynamic as an athlete. A great example is we have a player here at Valley named Eli Raridan.
Yep.
He committed to Notre Dame, and he is an absolute specimen of a football player. But he also plays basketball, and that keeps him fit. It keeps him active. It activates different muscle groups. And I think it's wonderful. It's fantastic that he's willing, to work with the basketball team. But I know from the colleges and universities, they want to see athletes be that dynamic player, that it's not just about football or basketball or track, that they want to see them in multiple sports.
Absolutely. I talk to college coaches fairly frequently, and that's what I hear from all the time. We want kids that play multiple sports. So hopefully anybody back listening tonight, if you're younger, you realize stay active. Even if it's not your favorite, stay with it, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Ross, I tell you what, thanks for all of this. You have made this so special even for us announcers up here. We have thoroughly enjoyed this. So thank you guys. Thank everybody involved with Valley that allowed us to come down and do video and everything you guys have allowed us to do. This has been a great experience for us as well as for the kids. And thanks especially as much to allow these kids to come down and experience something like this.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure.
You bet. Ross Bauer again with Valley, former Coon Rapids Bayard grad. We'll step away. As much as I don't want to, Jeff Honnold has to come back onto the headphones. He'll be back to join us coming up next. We're back in 3 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Decisions for your local Western Iowa region. And with access to multiple genetics companies, we can provide you
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Blake?
Yeah, well, I
can't say it.
I might have been messing around, but he says I think I was looking for the wrong profile on him. So, folks, if you want a good chuckle, you might check that out on Twitter. I'll just say that. But.
Glidden Ralston kicking it off to Coon Rapids Bears to start the second half here.
Great interview you had there.
Crusaders up 14-6, and Ross is a really good interview. I'll tell you that. There is the gun going off again, the cannon.
I might pay for that not to come back.
Return out the right side that time for the Crusaders. And
don't you think, Tyler? That'd be worth a big donation not to have that baby come back.
Parker Hayes on that kickoff return. Don't forget our Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following the ball game here tonight. Coon Rapids Beard will have the football.
I did hear some complaints going down through the stands when I went to the restroom that the biggest complaint is they have not gotten used to the cannon going off.
Oh, yeah.
It is cool. It is cool. Smoke's going across the field right now. You're going to reset they got to reset the clock. There they go.
Coon comes out this time, a different look. First time that we've seen Tanner Oswald under center, eye back behind him, turns, hands the football off, and that is Gabe Obert. And Obert out past the 20, out to the 22-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. And as you heard Jeff say, we've got an injured Wildcat down on the field, 34? And that is number 34, and that is Bryson Ertz.
I think he might have. I can't tell. At first I thought it was a stomach. Now I think it's maybe a leg. I'm not sure where he got hit.
Second down and 6. Tyler Headley watching the ball game here tonight on our stream. So shout out to Tyler, great guy from Glidden Ralston, and got himself married I think about a year ago now. So haven't seen him since then, but congratulations to him
when you get to 30.
His wife. Yes.
That was. A lot of people bet the under on me making 30. Now it's every year. So 31's going to be next July. Well,
next July?
Yeah. Well.
The funny thing was you guys celebrated your anniversary at the state baseball tournament.
Yeah, we did. And working in different parts of the stadium.
Yes.
It always works out well when we're not together. He gets up. Looks like it's a
limping
lower
a little
leg
bit,
injury.
but walking off of his own power, Jeff, kind of shaking it out a little bit. So hopefully it looks like he's going to probably be okay.
Well, the nice thing is they have a training staff here taking care of the athletes. So a great job there.
Jeff, a change in the philosophy to start second half, at least on the first play for Coon Rapids Beard, going back to a little bit more old school.
I was going to say a little old school. He was doing a little new age and maybe didn't like what he saw, so he went back there. Looks like he's going back to the old school formations.
Got Obert lined up again behind Oswald, who's under center. Man in the slot over on the right side. Oswald calls out the signals. 3 down linemen for Glidden Ralston. Toss play to the outside, this time on the right side to Obert. Kel Clucky going to knock him out of bounds, but not before he gets probably enough, and he does for the first down. He's going to get out near the 28-yard line, a pickup of about 10 on the play.
You know, and by getting there, they're now bunching Glidden Ralston up into the line of scrimmage, so it's making it easier for them to get that edge. So a little change of philosophy, getting people bunched together. You know, I think they were trying to spread out, use speed. Now they're going to try to bunch up and use speed and see if they can't beat it with that.
7 carries, 37 yards unofficially right now for Gabe Obert. He'll line up at the tailback again. Slot over here on the left side. Oswald under center. 6 guys in the box for Glidden Ralston, and they're going to keep it with Oswald, and he is just going to push his way forward. It was not a first down, and he continues to fight his way down to around the 35-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of about 7 on the play for Oswald. That's his best run here tonight. That's going to give him 4 carries, 12 yards. It'll bring up a first down and 10 now out at the 35-yard line.
It wasn't just him, it was the whole pile.
I know.
I mean, it was
but he kept turning those legs.
Yeah, the pile just kept moving, and he kept turning his legs along with everybody else, and they drove that thing down there. Nice play that time. Good defense, too.
One back set again with Oswald under center. The slot guy over here in the left. They're going to hand it off to him.
Wow.
And that's Lance Clayberg. He's got some running room, and he is gone. Touchdown on the play.
Nice block inside. I missed the number. What a block. It was that cross buck action again. Hit the inside guy instead of the second guy through. And wow, what a run.
Lance Clayberg takes it to the house from 45 yards out. And he's one of those athletes, Jeff. He's that scary kind of kid. This young man is just 6'2", 195. He's got terrific speed, and you saw it there.
Well, and they've been hitting outside. First back through. Hit first back through, but gave the outside look. What a play. A good call.
20-14 as Estrada comes on to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The hold's down. The kick is up. It is good. And the lead is at 21-6 now in favor of Coon Rapids Bayard. We'll be back in 1 minute here on 93.7 at KK.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
Big burst up the middle that time from Lance Clayberg, and he puts Coon Rapids Bayard on top here, Jeff, 21-6. And the farther Glidden falls behind the more, they may have to throw the football.
And I want to apologize. I did not catch the number, but what a heck of a block interior to spring that one for Clayberg.
There's going to be the kickoff. That is going to be Olberding. Return, that's actually
nice
Cale
block.
Clucky, 25. He's got a little seam, caught from behind, but drags guys with him. Out past the 25, out to the 26-yard line. So that is where Glidden Ralston will have it. First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line. 10:51 left here in this third quarter of play.
Nice blocking downfield that time on the initial setup by Glidden Ralston. I didn't really follow the ball, but away from the ball, a lot of nice, clean blocks. Had some things set up there. I don't always follow the ball, you know. Sometimes I do my own thing.
You're usually trying to watch that block, so I'm surprised you didn't catch who it was.
Well, I couldn't see the numbers.
I know. The back of the jerseys. We've talked about it.
One of these days, I'm going to go down there and spray paint people's jerseys so I can read them. It's the outline that doesn't get it for you.
Whitver out of the shotgun, Olbering now in motion, and then we're going to get another motion penalty going to go against Glidden Ralston.
I think that one was showing too much of an effective running. Yep.
And that is the 7th penalty here tonight for the Wildcats, 50 yards in penalty yardage.
So when you stand up and stutter, that's what they're calling. And I heard a referee say that last night, that they're kind of doing a stutter step, and they must be calling that stutter.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. First and 15, and we're going to get another penalty. Going to go on at Glidden Ralston, and this is not going to make that coaching staff over on the other side very happy.
Same play, same motion, and they're going to call it again.
Goes on the defense.
Well,
so that is
the CRB coaches were really cheering, so
that is their 8th penalty for 55 yards.
So it's the exact same motion that I saw the play before.
Yep.
And
this time it goes on the defense.
Well, I don't understand what they're calling. I'd like to see what the point of emphasis is.
They'll send Olberding again in motion. They hand it off on that inside handoff coming back across to Brandt, and that time He is wrapped up and brought down, a yard loss on the play. He's got 94 yards now unofficially on 18 carries. It's going to bring up second down and about 11 to go.
And that was a similar play to what CRB did, but there was a second guy through, so they faked the sweep first and then come back. CRB handed off the inside handoff and faked the sweep second. Glidden Ralston's faking the sweep and coming back. Just takes a little bit more time to develop, and CRB is in there.
With that speed that Kuhn has, Jeff, and I think they've seen that play enough tonight now that it's going to be tough to do it. They're going to run it again, and this time Brandt hitting the backfield, breaks a tackle, now fights his way forward. He'll get out past the 25, out to the 30-yard line. Going to give him the 31. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the play.
That should put him over 100.
Yeah, well, that's going to put him up to 99 now, that loss of a yard on the play before.
Yeah. But I tell you what, he's running really strong. And you know, if you're Glidden Ralston, you feel like you just got to keep feeding him. I mean, he's been your offense. CRB has not really been able to stop him when he gets north and south. They've been able to stop him east and west.
3rd and 6 now facing the Wildcats. Whitver out of the shotgun. Got a guy in the slot on east side. Fakes that he's going to run. Now throws off the back of his feet and almost intercepted. And that one might have been a touchdown if it would have been picked off. And that is for Coon Rapids Bayard. That is Tanner Oswald that had that one in his hands.
Yeah, really kind of an ill-advised pass. There was a lot of black shirts in that area, and you're right. If they'd have almost picked it off twice, one tipped it in the air, might have had a Oski situation. But just one of those deals where you threw into an area where there's a lot of opposition shirts. So brings up this 4th down, and I would think you'd probably look at punting here. It looks like
they do have Caden Smith back there in punting formation.
CRB's going to play fake against the wind here.
They have nobody back. High snap. Smith goes up and gets it, but no pressure, and he is going to punt it away. That ball looks like it should take a really good bounce, but it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So it'll be a first down for Coon Rapids Bayard with 9:18 left here in this first quarter. And Jeff, not want to sound bad in saying that, but both of these teams are going to have to rely on the run. You look at the passing numbers here tonight. Both these teams right now, I know it's game 1, they'll get better. But Glidden right now, 2 of 11. Coon Rapids Bayard, 2 of 7 throwing the football. They've combined for 23 yards.
Yeah, and I know one of the comments that was made that surprised this is such a low-scoring game. And, part of it is it's a nice night.
Yeah.
You don't have the heat, so the kids aren't quite as tired. Last night I noticed in our game, the guys were gassed after about the second quarter. These guys are in pretty good shape here with that cool field, and we got a flag, and nobody's even up to the line. 13 seconds left.
Not a delay of game, I don't think. So what do we got here? He's pointing at a lineman.
Has to leave the field.
He's now going to have to leave the field. Does he got blood on him or something?
Something on his arms. I don't know what. I'm not sure what they're calling.
Yeah, not for sure. He's walking over, and he hands something to Coach on the sideline. So he had something on
his arms, way up by the shoulder
pads. They're
pads.
not marking anything off, so I haven't seen an actual penalty call. I think the official just dropped the flag to stop the play when he could have blown the whistle because they didn't mark any penalty yardage off.
Yeah, I don't know what he had on. I've never.
Had to have had something on his arm that he wasn't supposed to have on his arm.
Yep.
So.
Not sure what it was, but okay.
Crusaders will come back out in that tight formation with Oswald under center. Obert lines up behind him, and Oswald going to try to keep this one. Breaks through the initial line of scrimmage and gets out to the 20-yard line to pick up a 5 on the play. And, Jeff, he popped through there pretty quick.
Yeah, nice job of Oberting that time being there and making the tackle for the Wildcats. We got a cramp on one of the players here.
One of the Coon Rapids Bayard guys down here on the sidelines laying down.
And it is warm on that field. We were down there earlier. That turf holds it. I think when we looked at baseball, it was 100-some degrees at Carroll, but it was 140 at Iowa City. So definitely holds the heat.
83 degrees right now down here, but on that field probably feels warmer than that. I know even Ross said it was warm. Crusaders again trying to get something up the middle. But Oswald keeps it again and going to get out near the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a 3, and again it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Sorry, and the nice thing about this is we are up high, so you had a lot of shade, and it shaded the field right away. So they had that going for them, a little bit of shade. And looks like, you're not seeing guys with their hands on their hips or their knees or anything like that, so they look like they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful out here tonight.
That's because you would think it'd be nice in Hades.
Oswald again under center, turns this time. Actually, that was Clayberg under center. Got a flag on the play as they toss it back over.
Threw it right at his feet.
Yeah, to Obert. And Obert going to get a first down out to the 31-yard line.
I mean, they threw that one
right at the quarterback's feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not sure what they're calling there. They're calling it illegal forward pass, maybe?
Yeah, well, no, because he tossed it behind him.
I don't know what to call.
Call going to go against Coon Rapids Bayard. So that is going to be penalty number 9. They'll mark that one from the spot of the foul, which is pretty much the line of scrimmage. So that'll be 10 yards from there.
Missed that one. I did not see that play, but again, I was kind of concentrating on what they were doing. But must have been a hold right there on the back side of the play, trying to protect the quarterback.
That's going to take it back to around the 12-yard line. They need to get out to the 25 for a first down. So it's going to be 3rd down and around 13 to go. Clock ticking here with 7:55 left, third quarter. 21-6 Coon Rapids Bayard. They'll send Obert slightly in motion, and he's going to go deep. Oswald gets flushed out of the pocket that time. Runs, throws it deep. It's caught. Threw it right over the defender and caught that time downfield. And what a play down the field for the Crusaders.
That went right through Glidden Ralston.
Yeah.
That was well defended, but a great throw. We have a flag down?
No.
They're bringing it back.
They do. They're bringing it back. There's a flag all the way down on the other end.
I did not see that.
Just a few too many of those here in this game. I know it's the first game of the year, but a hold call again. So it had to be, Jeff, on the guy that got the pressure on the quarterback.
I didn't see that, though. I saw him. It looked like he spun free and then blocked him again on the backside. I did not see the hold.
So that's going to be a half the distance one.
They're closer than I am, but to me it looked like because that was one I was really watching because the kid came through, and that's the tendency you're going to do is you're going to grab and hold, and I thought he did a nice job of letting him come through. Oswald went around and blocked. It was a good-looking play to me, but they're closer than I am.
Twins out to the left end, twin receivers to the right. Shotgun formation for Oswald. He's going to drop back, looks downfield, now flushed, going to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, and we're going to have another flag coming in the end zone. And, Jeff, if there's a hold in the end
there
zone,
was
that
no
could
hold
be
there.
A safety.
There was no hold there. I watched that one. There was no hold.
Or are we going to – the only guy I saw back there was a Coon Rapids Bayard.
See, that's wrong. That was not a hold. That was a clean play.
And that's going to be a safety.
That's going to be a safety.
Yep.
That's wrong. I'm sorry, but I was watching that play. It had a tendency to be a hold, but I think he's thinking what he's going to see, but he's not seeing it. There was no grab there. They're letting him go through clean. I mean, great for Glidden Ralston. I think Glidden Ralston doing a great job putting pressure on. I just don't like to see referees making calls that I don't necessarily see.
But
there.
we are a long way away compared to what they are.
Yeah,
so.
But I mean, when you look at a hold, typically you see a jersey pull or you see a body turn. The body's not turning. You know, it's not. They're not affecting the play like you would see a normal hold.
No,
so
I know.
That's what's getting me. If it is a hold, and it could be a hold. It's not.
Right.
It's usually one that's not called.
And it might be one where he's wrapping around him instead of grabbing a jersey or
Must
something.
be doing something.
Yeah, doing something. But
the Glidden Ralston guys are fighting all the way through that and putting great pressure on. So nice job, and that's what Glidden Ralston needs to do. They put enough pressure on there. They got their safety. Now they're going to get the ball back. So good job by Glidden Ralston to keep the pressure on.
My only problem is 18 penalties, and we're not even halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah, these guys have been flag happy.
Yeah. So now Coon Rapids Bayard going to punt the football away, or maybe they'll kick it off here. Looks like they're setting them. I don't see a tee out on the field, so it looks like they are going to punt it with Tanner Oswald. Glidden Ralston's got Oberding and Clucky back deep. Oswald will punt it. It's going to go to Oberding. He'll take it at the 21-yard line. A return out to the right side. That would be the Coon Rapids Bayard sideline, and he's going to be spun down out near midfield. Going to mark him down at around the 37-yard line, and Coon Rapids Bayard another player down on the field. So, Jeff, here's an opportunity if you're the Wildcats.
You got to score here.
You've got to do something to kind of get back into this game, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, you got that safety. You know, that should be a momentum boost for you. Now you've got to punch a touchdown in here. You really need to get something going. So, thank you again to the Valley. Folks have been more than gracious to us, giving us drinks. We're in a Gatorade, live at the Gatorade booth, and we're getting Gatorade to drink here, and I need it.
Yeah,
it's warm enough. I'm getting a little dehydrated. So thanks to them for bringing it in. But if you're Glidden Ralston, you have to get in. You have to get a score. You got to get this momentum going your way.
Mackey Motors postgame show will follow the ball game tonight. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. And now we've got a timeout on the field. We'll step away, take a break, back in 1 minute right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
From puttings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Don't forget our Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up following the ball game. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jeff, it's not going to be easy right now picking that Motor Inn Player of the Game.
Well, we can probably pick it during breakfast because if it keeps going, we're going out for breakfast down here at Denny's or something. So, a lot of penalties. And I'm not saying that the teams aren't doing some, but you're not seeing it. It's not the obvious calls. To me,
no
they're
flow.
They're a little bit tight on this game.
Yeah, that's my thing is there's no flow right now because it seems like every other play we're getting a play stopped because of a flag or because of something, and it seems like there's just and if I'm playing in this game, I'm having a hard time getting into the rhythm.
It doesn't seem like they're teaching the kids what it is they're calling.
Right.
What is it you don't like? It seems like it's moving.
Shotgun formation for the Wildcats.
See, now they're calling motion again.
Another flag, and we've got 3 of them down this time. And that is going to go against Glidden Ralston. That is going to be their 8th penalty for 55 yards.
And I don't know what they're calling. The guy's coming across the line, so there must be somebody. I don't know if they're calling on the ball, if they're moving the ball wrong, or what they're doing. But they're all seeing the same thing at the same time.
Well, it'd be nice to see it get fixed because it's been on both teams, and it's consistent that it's being called. Another guy goes in motion. Whitver going to drop back, wants to throw. He's going down the field for Oberding, and good coverage at downfield that time for Coon Rapids Bayard. Trying to catch the number on the back of the jersey
54.
trying to figure out that's Raiden Doty then if it's 54 who had the coverage. And it's going to bring up 2nd down now and 15 to go.
Has stayed right with Oberding all the way down the field.
Yeah,
Oberding did a nice job trying to come back to the ball. The ball needed to be on the outside hash instead of the inside, and he'd had a chance at that. Doty was right there.
Don't forget as well, we've got our video coverage powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Tyler Bruner running our camera. You go to 1380 KCIM, our YouTube. That's how you search it. And you check that out. It sounds like everything running great here tonight and a really good view of the game.
Oh, I saw that one.
We've got another one. And that
one's out here on the outside. The receiver jumped.
9 penalties now, 60 yards on Glidden Ralston. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 20.
Yeah. That one I saw. The receiver jumped after the motion went by. The receiver out here on our side flinched. So that one I saw.
The Wildcats aren't even going to huddle up. They're just going to come back to the line of scrimmage. Oberding and Clucky split out here to the right. 2 wide receivers as well to the left. And now Whitver going to have them huddle up. They're going to have to hurry because the play clock is down to 14 seconds. So now they'll hurry up to the line, and they're going to go, looks like under center, but they're having a hard time getting everybody where they need them. Now they get lined up. And there is the snap. They'll hand it off. And Brandt going to fight his way forward out to around the 29-yard line. So a pickup of about 2 on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down now and about 18 to go.
Looks like coaches are going to drop safety deep. That's Hayes watching something over the top here.
Caleb Nelson messaging me here a moment ago saying he's enjoying the video broadcast tonight, so good to hear from Caleb.
He must have turned off the sound.
Only because you're on.
That's right. Well, I can still go get the little twerp.
Wildcats down to about 8 seconds here on the play clock. A pistol formation this time. Whitver wanting to throw. They put two guys out in the pattern. Pass across the middle. It is going to be caught. Oberding diving for that one. And Jeff, it's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 or about 2. They're going to mark it out into Crusader territory out to the 35-yard line. So
nice
that is
catch
going to be
that
a
time by
pickup of
Oberding.
about 16.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff. That was a great catch that time by Oberding. Went down after that one, and I thought maybe it was going to get picked, and I didn't see him sneaking across there. Nice catch.
Yeah, I thought, too, that it looked like it was headed towards the safety. I formation, 4th down and 2. They hand it off to the first guy through, and he is not going to get it. And that is Ertz. And Ertz going to be tackled for a loss of a yard on the
Wildcat.
play.
That's number 60.
And that is going to be their center, so that is big. Excuse me, that's Wade Hunter, their left guard.
And a big stop, and again, Glidden Ralston, with those penalties, just killing their momentum. They're getting behind the chains and not allowing them to do what they want to do, and that's run the ball. You got to stay on schedule if you want to run, and that's unfortunate for them right now. So CRB now getting the ball right about the midfield stripe, or just 36,
yep.
36-37. Chance to short field now. Tried to go ahead and punch that thing in and extend this lead. Glidden, you get the penalties cleaned up with them, and they're able to run that ball.
Yep.
I think they're going to look for a really nice season this year. This is a team that can run the ball as long as they stay ahead of the chains. They just got to clean up the missed penalties.
And Jeff, what have you thought of Kuhn tonight with not any size, really any size at all out there defensively, just looking to put speed on the field? I think they've been pretty effective.
Yes. I think their defensive schemes have been really good. I think they're still trying to find themselves as an offense. They went under center and did the quick hitters. That maybe is going to work a little bit better for them, keeping people bunched up. I know the tendency was to spread wide and try to run wide, but looks like the quick hitting action is probably a little better for them. So we'll see what they come back with here on this set of downs. But, they find that offensive identity. I think they'll be good. The defensive identity, I think, is already there. They're going to be go flow to the ball and hit hard. And on defense for Glidden Ralston, I think they've done a phenomenal job of really taking Coon Rapids Bayard out of the game plan they wanted to run.
Yeah, absolutely. Crusaders came out, spreaded things out just in the first half. Now they've gone back to that kind of a more under center look here, I formation this time. They'll turn, hand it off to Obert. Another flag on the play from behind the play. Obert breaks a couple of tackles and gets down near the Glidden Ralston 31-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of 13, but that play going to come back. And, Jeff, that's a really quick hold because that came out pretty much at the snap.
And it was on the opposite side of the play. So the play went left. The flag is on the right. It was on the right side. So I'm not sure. I heard somebody yell down there, "Come on," and I kind of agree. I mean, it's
12th penalty on the Crusaders for 83 yards tonight.
And I know it's a hold, but it's on the opposite side. Did it affect the play? Is sometimes you have to make that as a referee. Is this affecting the play? Not really. Why are we backing them up then? And that's what they're calling everything they see anywhere, and sometimes you got to just put that in your pocket and let the game go.
Ball going to be spotted back at around the 26-yard line. Now of Coon Rapids Bayard. It's fumbled on the snap. It's still loose. It's still loose on the field. It came popping out. You can still see guys diving on it. Finally, now the whistle comes, and Coon Rapids Bayard is going to keep possession of the football, and it looks like they're going to gain a yard on that play.
I would agree. That ball was scooting all over the place there.
It'll bring up second down. We'll call it 19 yards to go.
And last night we had the St. Albert's game.
Arweva St. Albert?
Yeah, they're not St. Albert's, St. Ed's. They were in shotgun, but maybe a yard or two deep. Shotgun, a really strange place. And the center was having a heck of a time. He kept bouncing off his butt. We had about 4 or 5 plays in a row where that didn't work very well. But, yeah, it was a strange shotgun. Only about two deep, almost a pistol.
Crusaders are going to spread things out this time. They'll go and trips. The snap is dropped by Oswald, and then it's going to be Lloyd, the first guy there, and then A-Shot gets there as well, tackled all the way back at the 20-yard line. So a loss of about 7 yards on the play, it looks.
Yeah, all of a sudden CRB behind the chains deep and taking them out of their game plan. So, and Glidden and Ralston do a nice job. I mean, they're going through, and once they get through, they're containing and not letting Oswald spin out of those and getting those tackles.
And Jeff, that's where all of the penalties, they've got 12 of them, and it starts to get into their head a little bit too.
Yeah, I think it's in everybody's right now. I think everybody's confused about what's good and what's not.
2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left, 3rd down, and about 20 to go. Oswald drops back. No
that
pressure.
Was a hold.
Yeah, and not called. Pass is complete, short of the 1st down, but they're going to have it close. That could have been a horse collar.
See, now they're going to let that go. Yep. That one, I think I'd have called the horse collar, and I would have called the hold. So, that's why I'm not officiating.
That's going to be a 22-yard gain on the play. And that one caught that time by McAllister.
About 5 yards to go, it looks like.
And I think they're going to probably go for it here. So, Jeff,
the referee came up and had a chat with one of the Glidden players. So, I'm glad he didn't throw a penalty, but he came up and said something to him. So, there was something going on there.
Good Rapids Baird splits 1 wide receiver. I think that's Clayberg maybe out to the right. Obert lined up behind. Now Clayberg comes up to the line of scrimmage. They toss it back to Obert, trying to get the left side. It's stretched out. Nice play by Cale Clucky. Cale Clucky, Jeff, stretched that out and didn't just stretch it out. He also made the tackle all the way back at the 36-yard line of Coon Rapids Baird. So that's going to be a loss on the play and a turnover on downs.
He had right contained. He kept contained all the way, took it to the sidelines, and then when it was broke back inside, he came with it, crashing down and making a tackle. That is an excellent play.
The Crusaders now give it up to Glidden at about in between the 35 and 36. We'll say the 36-yard line.
If you look, that's about
will have it 1st down and 10.
Same yard line that they lost it on. So for Glidden Ralston, it all kind of washes out for them. They're right back to where they started. See if they can do something and stay ahead of the chains this time.
I've been impressed with their defense today. Minus that one run.
Oh, we had 2 guys in motion there. Yeah.
And there comes the flag. And it's a lot of confusion. And now as they're going to, throws an incomplete pass. That time Ethan Oberding jumped into the air and chucked it. Now we're going to get a hat drop.
That was not because it didn't make the line of scrimmage. But he was hit as he threw it.
So, and I don't know if they're going to see a receiver. That was just a completely broken play because they had 2 guys in motion. Then guys ran into each other, Jeff, in the backfield. And then Oberding ended up with the ball. Had about 4 or 5 defenders in front of him. Nothing he could do. He jumped in the air as he got hit and just threw it down towards the ground.
I think they were going to try to run a screen back over here.
Right.
That was what the plan was. And he got knocked down when they ran into each other. And then when he threw it, he was getting hit. And it came up short of the line of scrimmage. So it looks like they're going to pick that hat up maybe.
And that was after a discussion. So they must have said that there was somebody within range. Legal motion, Glidden Ralston. So that is going to be the only penalty. That is their 10th here of the night, 65 yards in penalty yardage.
It really wasn't intentional grounding. He was trying to actually throw it to somebody, but he was getting hit and his receiver got knocked down. So there really wasn't anything they could do there.
Wildcats come out this time in a tight formation out of the shotgun. They're going to snap it back, and Brandt keeps it right up the middle. And he'll pick up yardage out past the 40-yard line down to the 30, looks like the 33-yard line, so a pickup of about 6 on the play.
And that's where they've been good right tonight. Hit those quick hitters to Brandt, let him turn and get that positive yardage and get them into short yardage 3rd down. So, and that's where the Wildcats need to be living right now.
Yeah, I think they need to keep the ball in Brandt's hands as much as they can.
I would agree.
And he's going to be back in at quarterback right now. They'll snap it to him, and again, just straight up the middle. He's going to pick up yardage down to around the 29-yard line, so a pickup of about 3 yards on the play.
It's no secret what they're going to do. I mean, Brandt was back there. You know it's going to him. You know he's going to run up the middle, and he's still getting positive yardage. So it's really difficult to stop him. He's getting a good head of steam. He's a good, strong running back, and he's just plowing his way in.
3rd down, about 5 to go. Shotgun formation again for the Wildcats, and again, Brandt going to keep it right up the middle. And he's going to be tackled shy of the 1st down, gains 3 again, so it's going to bring up 4th down and about 2 yards to go.
So, I would say I wouldn't be taking him off if they had Brandt going off field. So I don't think I'd take him off field right now. I think I'd want him in short yardage and I don't know why I would change from what I'm doing.
My problem is I think he looks tired after 3 straight carries. This has been a long game for him.
It has been a long game.
So he's going to go into the slot this time. They'll have 2 guys in the slot on the right side. They got Oberning, I think, in at quarterback.
Yeah,
but now we're going to get movement again.
A couple guys jump on this
Ralston.
right side.
Yep.
I saw that one.
So that'll be penalty 11. And that's going to be 70 yards of penalty yardage for them here tonight. That's going to bring up now 4th and 8. So, Jeff, instead of 4th and manageable, it's now going to be 4th and 8.
Yeah, and and the tendency now is you want to throw the ball, and you really haven't had a lot of success tonight throwing. And was it way back when the old coach said there's a few things that happen when you throw the ball and none of them are really good. So,
like 3 of the 4 or something,
3 of the 4
or,
no
or
good,
something.
Yeah. So I in this situation, I think you almost have to. I mean, a 7-yard run here is going to be pretty tough.
Whitver is going to want to throw the football. Pump fakes now, throws it downfield, coming back for it.
Nice.
Almost making a nice play was
Nice
Caden
move.
Smith. That was a good effort by Smith, but the ball is going to fall incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on down. So we've had 3 straight possessions end in at turnovers on downs.
And we're right back at about the same spot we started with here. So nobody really wanting to leave that 40-yard line area.
Yeah, so the Crusaders will have it at their own 32-yard line. So Glidden ends up gaining about 4 yards on that possession after all the penalties. And now the Crusaders will come back out on the field offensively.
See if we can get a little flow going. We got a minute 30 to go. We got a quarter to go. Let's get some flow going in this game.
They'll send Easton Hayes now in motion from left to right. They turn, flip it back to him. He's got a guy out there in Caden Smith able to get around him with his speed, but still are going to be knocked out of bounds for maybe a loss of a yard on the play. I think they might give him the original line of scrimmage. Nope, now they're going to mark it back to about the 30-yard line, so a loss of 2 on the play. And Jeff, I'm surprised with as good as Easton Hayes has looked carrying the ball tonight. That's just the 3rd carry that I've got him for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Glidden Ralston's really keen on him, and they're really doing a nice job of keeping that outside contained and forcing everything inside, and that's taking away those sweep plays that CRB likes to run.
3 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. That is Opert. They're going to send him in motion. They'll toss it to him. He's trying to get out here, gets ahead of steam.
Flag.
A late flag coming in, and he is going to be tackled at around the 38-yard line, and now he is really frustrated. And I hope it's not an injury. Yep, he's cramping up. You could tell when he started to run, Jeff, he didn't have the normal explosiveness, and he is now going to crawl off of the field to try and get off of the field. And we're going to get a hold against the Crusaders. So they'll move the ball back.
And you're seeing the cramping on both sides of it. We've got 2 or 3 guys over on the Glidden sidelines right now getting stretched out. The heat's a little hotter. It's that first game. You see this quite a bit.
Well, now it's 2nd down and 27.
Now we're going to get a break. He's on the field, so we're going to have to get a break. And they probably need a little water break. Sorry.
They do, absolutely. 2nd down and 27 when we come back. Still a minute 25 to go in the 3rd quarter of play. We're back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Well, the Coon Rapids Bear Crusaders have the ball back at their own 15-yard line at 2nd down, about 27 to go. They've got to get into Glidden Ralston territory to pick up a 1st down. Got to get down around the 38-yard line of the Wildcats to pick up that first down.
Yeah. I'm
we
sorry,
said it during the break, folks.
It's starting to get boring.
It's starting to get tough. There's just so many flags, and they could have probably thrown one there as there was some movement, and that time they held on to it. Now the pass is complete. That's a nice catch out there.
No, incomplete. So he's down. He lost it on the ground.
Okay, so an incomplete pass.
Oh, nice looking throw, though.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good effort by Kleber. But that'll be an incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up now third down and about to 27 yards to go.
Yeah, sorry, folks. It's just you get into a rhythm and you get into a flow of a game, and this game has just been really there's been more backwards plays than forwards plays just with the penalties. So
Crusaders will split out 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Oswald again out of the shotgun. He'll drop back to throw, and the pressure comes. He slips through the 2 guys. Now he's got some running room. He breaks another tackle, and it gets to the outside.
Yeah, there's a flag.
And now comes the flag as he gets knocked out of bounds out around the 38-yard line.
That's a block in the back. I saw that one.
Flag laying back here at around the 27-yard line, so about 10 yards behind where he ran to.
Yeah, that'll be a block in the back. That was a big shove.
So it's not all on the officials.
No, I saw that was, and that one was right at the point of attack. So I mean that's a legit call. So my problem with the holding calls that I've been seeing is they've been calling it on the away. So it's been on the far side of the field.
No, I know.
Away from the play. No, this one was legit. This one was a point of attack call.
My only point there was that we've had now 25 penalties, and it's not just the officials.
The kids
we are having kids making mistakes.
Making dumb mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We've had offside. I mean, defensive offsides. You've had illegal motion, illegal procedure, blocks in the back. I mean, just really sloppy football right now.
And that actually turns into a 2-yard gain. So it'll be third now and 25. It should have been a 23-yard gain, but it turns into a 2-yard gain after the penalty.
Now we're going to reset the football.
They're just moving it over into the middle of the field about 2 more steps.
Should reset the play clock. Yep, they got to reset the play clock.
Yep, now they do. 1 wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left. Pistol formation right now for Oswald. Got a running back lined up behind him. We're going to keep him into block as Smith comes on the blitz. Oswald looking downfield, goes deep. He's got a man down there, and it is caught. Coming up with it is Hayes.
And there's a late hit, hard late hit. So there's going to be another penalty there as well for a late hit on the quarterback.
So that all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Oswald a little, looks like he's a little winded.
47 yards on that pass play.
And that was a heck of a throw. He was running forward when he launched that as well, so it wasn't from a planted position. I did not follow the play, but I didn't see anybody near him, so that really had to be pretty late.
Yeah, I didn't see the hit or anything. I was watching the offensive play down here, and they're going to mark him down now at around the 7-yard line.
When he released it, there really wasn't anybody, so he's going to come off here, Oswald is.
First and goal to go for Coon Rapids Bayard. Raiden Doty heading in onto the field. So you wonder if they'll put Hayes or Obert or somebody like that or Clayberg back and just run him.
Looks like 21. So
Clayberg. So he'll call the play, and he'll take over now as quarterback. He has done that already tonight. He'll come up under center. He's got Hayes lined up behind him.
Oswald getting checked out by the trainers.
Yep, Obert in the slot over on the right side, and this time Clayberg just going to keep it. And he is so strong, Jeff. He is just an athlete, an absolutely great athlete.
Got a CRB player down. I think he's getting up, but he hit that hole. He got in that hole so quickly and just busted it through. So now Oswald back on the field. I don't know who they got down on the field getting checked out by the trainer.
That'll make it now 27-8 pending the extra point here. Still 36 seconds left here in the third quarter.
They're going for 2. Nope, they're going to kick it.
So that'll be Jacob Estrada on the field. And
now we got legal substitution.
Yep.
Broke the huddle with too many men.
Yep. And now they're walking over to the...
Well, I think they get their choice.
They get their choice if they want to take it on the kick. And I will say, Jeff, one of the things anymore, too, that it seems like, and I'm not saying this that it's on the officials on this, but it seems like there's always really long discussions now after penalties. It used to seem like years ago they would call a penalty, they would turn, tell you what it was, they'd mark it off, and you'd move on. Now it's like a 3-minute, 4-minute delay every time there's a flag on the field.
So it looks like they must be doing it on the kick.
I would assume. So Estrada, again, will attempt the extra point. And I'm glad they do it sometimes because they get the call right.
Yep.
They've
made a couple changes.
Is down. It was partially blocked. It hits the crossbar, and it's no good. So that's going to make it 27-8 in favor of Coon Rapids Bayard. We're back in 1 minute right here on 93.7 KKRL.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
This is Iowa, and Avila Bank is now even more available for you. With 16 locations across the state, including new branches in Ames, Ankeny, and Sioux City. Right now, sign up for a Simply Free checking account and get your new debit card instantly. We'll even buy back your old bank's unused checks. Avila Bank has been banking in Iowa since 1870, and we're proud to be growing with your community. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available. Member FDIC.
Jeff Blankman, Jeff Holland with you again. You can check out the game on our video powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Tyler Bruner running that. And thanks to Kristen Campese, she's hanging out very late tonight, helping us out. You're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And Jeff, the tweet I just sent out here with our score here said we've had 35 points and 25 penalties in this game here tonight. And actually, it's 35 points and 26 penalties called in this game.
If
so
you're
far
trying to
tonight.
showcase 8-man football, tonight's not the night. This has not been. It's been an entertaining game at times, but not cleanly played.
Kickoff and
nice
a
move.
good return as Ertz darting around some guys. Now jumps forward. He's going to be brought down out around the Wildcat 29-yard line. So that is where Glidden Ralston will have it. First down and 10. Well, you're down to 29 seconds left here in this third quarter.
During that timeout, Coach Moore had a nice discussion with the head official. It was not an argument. We had a discussion. You could tell it was walking along. They're patting each other on the back. So there was a discussion. I think maybe both of it. What are you seeing? What do I need to get these guys corrected? What is it? Or it was not anything.
No.
It wasn't anything rough. It was, and I applaud them. What are you seeing? What are we doing on the backside? I need to get this fixed.
Yeah, the problem is that conversation, and I'm not saying this on Coach, that conversation needed to be happening in the first half when we had so many penalties.
Well, and again, I wasn't there, so I don't know what he said. But
Whitver hands it off. Nope, fakes it. Now looks the throw. He's got Caden Smith down here, and Smith makes the catch. Going to be knocked out of bounds at the Crusader at 26-yard line. A pickup of 25 on the play to Caden Smith.
That's a heck of a catch. Smith there, Doty was with him, but nice pass right over top. Clayburg helping Smith get his jersey back over, so you got one team helping another. But really nice catch that time over the shoulder and staying in bounds to make that catch.
This is still a rivalry, Jeff, but everybody I talk to, it's not the same rivalry it was.
We hated each other back
30,
then.
40 years ago.
Yeah. We did not get along back in the 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Now they get along real well.
Shotgun formation again for Whitver, and
I saw
again, that
guys.
time, two guys moving right before the snap of the football. So another penalty on Glidden Ralston. They're 13th here in the ballgame. And that is going to be 13 penalties now for 80 yards. And, Jeff, the sad thing is teams are getting up there in penalty yardage where they might have more penalty yardage than offensive yardage at the end of this game.
Yeah, you see the kids.
I got to quit bringing that up.
Kids are getting really restless now. They're not watching the game playing, and it's the nice thing about it is all this is correctable. You're seeing in the offenses and the defenses a lot of good play. You just got to clean up the sloppy stuff.
27-8 Coon Rapids Baird with a lead. 21 seconds left in the third. Whitfer again wanting to throw. Pressure comes. Scrambles away from it. Now throws a hard pass down the sidelines. Caught by Cale Clucky at around the 24-yard line. So that is going to be a gain of around 8 yards on the play.
That's what I'm saying. You're seeing some really nice plays. If they get the really crazy stuff out of there, everything's good. So a lot of positives here. And again, I expected to see this more in the first half. I thought by the second half we'd have some of this cleaned up. But, it's the first game. You're going to see this. You got a lot of new stuff going on here, but I would have thought we'd settle down with by the fourth quarter.
2nd down, 8 to go. Ball spotted around the 24-yard line of Coon Rapids Baird. Wildcats trying to get back into this one. There's a high snap. Oberting's got some running room, broke a tackle. He's going to pick up the first down before being pushed backwards, but he's going to get down around the 13, 14-yard line, a pickup of 10 on the play, and there was a little extracurricular maybe late on that one, and you get to hear the crowd over on the other side kind of frustrated with that one.
He was still engaged.
Yep.
It was one of those deals where it wasn't like he got hit. He was still engaged with it. They were moving back. He was kind of holding on. So I don't think that was anything malicious.
And that is going to be the final play here of the third quarter. 27-8 in favor of Coon Rapids Baird over Glidden Ralston. Fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute here on KKRL.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
We welcome you back here. We're coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And, of course, it's distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. We get set to start our fourth quarter here tonight, 27-8, Coon Rapids Baird with the lead. And, Jeff, I know we've kind of sounded bad. That was an hour for that third quarter to be played here tonight. But, again, I don't want to take away from the experience that everybody is having down here. This has been great getting to come down. I've really enjoyed calling the football game down here.
Yeah.
I still want to thank Ross Bauer. I want to thank Valley.
Everything's great.
I tell you what, they rolled out. I'm not going to say the red carpet, but they were. I mean,
they
were excited to have us down here tonight. Yes.
Actually, they told us to take our shoes off.
Well,
because it's us. But we had Coach Burks up here.
Yeah.
Looked up here and said, "There's no flow."
No.
I mean, everybody's feeling the same thing.
Yep.
It's everything's great about being here and the atmosphere and everything we've had. It's just. It's been at times really good football and times really bad. And there's a motion
there's
penalty.
Another penalty before the snap of the ball.
It isn't stopping. That's the thing. It's not getting any better.
I was going to say they rolled out the red carpet, but only for Storyhan, who's sitting down here to our right.
No, that's going to be the carpet going out. He's going to roll him up in it and send the old guy out with him. We were just talking about it might be breakfast. I mean, we ate quite a while ago.
Okay, I got to read this text here real quick.
Oh, this can't be good. How many penalties did I cause?
No, Sean Burks, it's not hard to fill that much time when you have a color commentator who could talk about a brick wall for 2 days straight.
That was from Sean down there?
That was from
All right,
Sean.
here we go.
Yep.
Oh.
Pass across the middle, intercepted, and that again is Hayes. Read it, jumped the passing lane, cuts back inside, tripped up from behind, but keeps going, and finally knocked out of bounds at the Wildcat 31-yard line.
Boy,
I would not pass across the middle against this team, Jeff.
No, they ball hawk really well in that defensive, and it's just they run the ball so well. It's hard for me. It's hard for me not to just keep handing the ball off to Brant. I know he's tired, but you're down there. You really needed to score there, and throwing the ball. And I know you're trying to catch him off guard, but it just hasn't worked, and that's just too bad. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and with the defense that I'm seeing out of Kuhn, that middle is just not an open area. It looks like it is, but there's always two guys kind of lurking in there.
And fast. I mean, they close the gap in a hurry.
And they read the quarterback very, very well. They're going to hand it off, and that is Clayberg. And Clayberg going to get down inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play. It'll bring up second down now and about 6 yards to go.
And I
running here, 11:33 left, and I know I talked into you that time.
Yeah, you
I
did.
That one was on me. That was on me.
So we had an argument down here that he's been doing this lately, and now he's catching himself. But I look for Coach Moore now to take the time off this clock. You know, they're going to go as long as they can before they snap it, and they're going to do a lot of running here, just trying to get this game going here.
Oswald again under center. Going to send a man in motion. That is Hayes. They turn, and that time Clayberg lost it, didn't get the handoff. Ball bounces around. They haven't blown the whistle yet. There it comes. And it is going to be, it looks like Coon Rapids Bear jumping on it, but it's going to be a loss of about a yard on the play. Clayberg able to come up with that one, but it is going to be now third down and around 7 yards to go. But, Jeff, I'm guessing in 2-down territory here.
I do what those fumbles are hard to see with that black uniform.
It is.
You just happen to see it hit his face mask as it come up. But, yeah, you know, again, they were doing what they wanted to do. They were keeping ahead of the chains, eating clock up, and then you have a play like that really hurts. So we'll see what they do here, if they're going to stay with the plan and try to eat more clock.
Tanner Oswald under center. Takes the snap, drops back, wants to throw, rolls out, could tuck it. He's going to it. He's got really good speed, cuts it back inside, now cuts it back to the outside, then back to the inside, and going to get down near the 10-yard line. That is going to be a pickup of about 17 on the play, and that'll be enough for the first down.
Really good decision. He had a guy out there that he could possibly have thrown to, but there was two guys out there. He had space. By him running, really got himself another 5-10 yards out of that, and the guy was about in the area he was going to throw it. So nice decision to run that one. Great defense that time by the Wildcats, and making the quarterback run it.
Oswald again under center. Got a man in the backfield with him, a guy over in the slot. They turn, hand it off to Clayberg, who was laying up behind him, and Lance just powers his way forward down to around the 8-yard line, a pickup of 2 on the play. Clayberg, Jeff, tonight, 5 carries, 58 yards, 2 touchdowns.
yeah. It's, you know, and you start thinking about your motor and player of the game. Boy, I go a lot of different directions tonight. I mean, there's been a lot of big plays, and
we like it that way. We really do.
I do. I like it. Now you're starting to see, I'm looking out there, you're starting to see a lot of guys with hands on hips, hands on knees. It's starting to take its toll on these guys.
And as you said, the Crusaders starting to take a little more time. They haven't even broke the huddle. Down to 10 seconds left on the play clock. They'll jog up to the ball. 9:20 left in this one. They lead it here 27-8. Season opener for both ball clubs. Obert under center, turns, wants to keep it on the quarterback sneak, gets through a guy, and he's going to be a foot race to the corner, and it's going to be a touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run for Tanner Oswald.
Boy, that was a nice job. He went through 2 guys and just split them. Nice quick burst that time.
And that'll extend it up now to 33-8.
Looks like they're
pending the extra point.
They're going to go for 1 there.
Yeah, no reason probably here to go for 2. So they'll set it up back at the 10-yard line. It's the 30-yard line on the regular football field.
With the goalpost sitting on the 10.
Yep, and the ball is blocked as Sklenar gets in there that time, and the extra point is blocked. So that'll leave it 33-8. We'll step away. Crusaders in control here. Back in 1 minute here on 93.7 KKRL.
Raccoon Valley Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
Players from everybody at New Way Ford.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Do want to give a shout out to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me, giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events that I've been covering since pretty much last year during this fall sports season. Our New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game is a 2018 Nissan Murano SV, just under 29,000 miles. It's an all-wheel drive, black in color. For more details, call 800-861-7268. That's the phone number, of course, for our friends down at New Way Ford. Or you can check out the Carroll Broadcasting website with a picture and more details there at 1380kcim.com. Sports on the Go with me, sponsored and brought to you by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of Warranty Forever. Now you're home for free oil changes for life. Isaac McAllister in the house here tonight. There is a high end-over-end kick, and that is going to be caught by Glidden Ralston, making sure to secure that one that time.
You know,
falling on the ball was Caden Wink.
I was thinking about one of the comments earlier that expected more scoring in this game, and I think that's a credit to both these defenses. You know, they both played really well tonight. You know, Glidden Ralston has had some chances to score. This should be probably a little closer than it is, but you know, the defense, you can't fault them. They've really held up pretty well tonight. I mean, CRB's had to change their whole offensive philosophy just to try to move the ball.
Yep, I agree.
Let's see if Glidden Ralston get a drive going here.
Wildcats will come out shotgun formation. Two guys, actually two in the slot on the right side, one in the slot over here on the left side. They'll snap it back, and Caden Smith going to take it forward. He is going to get out past the 20, from the 18 out to the 23-yard line to pick up 5 on the play. It'll bring up second down and 5 to go. Smith with his second carry here tonight. 2 carries for 10 yards here on the night. Jeff, the kid's really enjoying it here. I do have one kid down here maybe taking a nap. But kids running around down here. You see kids on the sidelines down there kicking the football to each other and playing football with each other. I think they've really enjoyed this experience.
They're down here
kids.
Early before the game playing, and we got a penalty there.
Another penalty coming in.
But yeah,
Ralston getting ready to snap.
Everything about this game, other than the penalties, has been a very positive thing. I mean, it's been fun. I think riding in the charter bus has been a big thrill for the kids. And again, it early in the game had that feel of a playoff dome type game. It's that special atmosphere of being in a different place, a very fancy place, and I think it's been really cool.
Shotgun formation, they snap it back to Brandt, and he's going to get from the 18 out to the 21-yard line, 22-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play. Unofficially tonight, 24 carries, 117 yards for Tyler Brandt here tonight.
Yeah, he's just been phenomenal. And you know, we were talking earlier, you know, all these turf fields we were getting now, it'd be nice if we had more 8-man games on those. Just kind of it's a neat treat. You know, not a lot of kids get to play on turf, and so we'll see if there's more games get played.
Brandt again at quarterback. They snap, tries to get wide, and that time just kind of lowered the shoulder and tried to run a guy over, and actually that was Caden Smith. And that's going to be a tackle at the 23-yard line, just a gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 7. And I like the idea that Ross had just mentioned, and I know there was some coaches around the state, and Sean Burks was one of them about 3 years ago. They were talking about trying to do an 11, like a 3 and a 7 o'clock kickoff, and doing a triple header of 8-man games from teams all over the state, and having it down here somewhere in the Des Moines area to try to promote the 8-man game. So I think something like that would be really cool.
It would be. You got to make sure you just hope you get the right weekend. It's not too hot.
Yeah. There is a pass incomplete from Whitver. Pressure again coming from the backside. Really did not have any time to throw that one. It'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the Wildcats have gone for it all night, so probably no surprise if they would. Actually, that was 4th down, so they're going to turn it over on downs.
Yep, turn that one over.
I've kind of lost train of thought here a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's, you know, it's just not been very clean. And we got referees talking over here. I'm not sure what they're saying. Maybe they messed things up here. I don't think he realized
I did have it written as 4th down on my thing, so I just didn't catch it in my brain, which it sometimes happens. It's getting you know,
You're
late.
getting a little punchy. It's getting late enough now.
Yep, even me. I'm not used
It was
to staying
a
up
late
late,
night. Well, and I called you this morning early thinking you might be up. Sorry about that. But
that's all right. Oswald under center. They hand it off.
Oh, my.
And that is Olbert. Olbert back out on the field. He ran a guy over and knocked him down. Gets down to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 3 on the play.
That was a very vicious run.
Yeah, just lowered the shoulder and put a boom into him. I like Clayburg, though, at tailback, Jeff. They had him at tight end listed, but they moved him into that running back position tonight, and I like putting him back there. Good speed and extreme power.
Yeah, they've got a lot of options.
They do.
They really they could do a lot of different things, and very impressive that they could change their scheme at halftime and execute it. It's looked really good.
They'll come out with Oswald under center, hand it off now to Easton Hayes. He slips a tackle, gets the sideline. Going to be knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets down around the 10-yard line. A pickup of 9 on the play, and that'll be enough to move the chains. It'll be first down just outside of the 10, so they're probably not. They should be able to get a first down. Nope, now they're going to say no chance at a first down, so they're going to give him just inside the 10.
Yeah, you call him shifty.
Yeah.
Shifty was so speedy. He came out there, and I thought he was down dead to rights, and he just kind of put a little move on and was able to slide. He's not going to run you over, but he's going to make you want to miss.
6:22 left in this one. Fake the handoff. Oswald wanting to throw. Got a man down there just off of the fingertips of his intended receiver.
I don't think he'd have been coming down in bounds. I think he went out the back of the end zone on that one.
And that is Clayburg, the intended receiver. That's going to fall incomplete.
You know, and that's one of the things, too. You still have the markings. Again, it has that dome feel to where you still have the feel going on with the markings, but it's not there. And, you know, even on the eyes of these guys have been playing here all night long, but you're used to having no marking. You know, the end zone's the end zone. You can see it plain as day, and it doesn't mark that way here.
So Oswald's come back under center, second down and 10. Turns, rolls, throws, incomplete. And that is going to bring up now third down and 10. So they moved it down the field on the ground game. Now they're trying to throw the football, Jeff. I think they're trying to just work on some things maybe here.
I agree. You know, you're up 33-8. You're really not trying to run up the score. You know, you might be trying to run the clock, but you know they've struggled all night on the passing game. It hasn't. They've hit a couple, but they're struggling. And I saw right there they were telling you to put a little more air under the ball. So they're working on that part of the game, knowing they're going to need that because they can't be this one-dimensional probably all year long.
Yeah, Oswald 4 of 12, 79 yards on the game so far here through the air. He'll come out under center again. Clayburg in at tailback. They'll turn. They'll hand it off to Clayburg. Hit and just kind of rolls forward over Caden Smith, who made a nice tackle on the play. It's going to be down near the 8-yard line, a pickup of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up now fourth down and goal to go.
Yeah,
so
again,
almost maybe a passing situation here unless you can get that speed on the outside.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Moore does. I think he's going to call a timeout here. He's got Oswald with him over here. I don't think they're in any big hurry. And talk about it and just see what they can come up with. But, you know, you're up 33-8. You're working on different things here, and they already hollered for the water ladies. So I would think maybe they're going to continue to try to pass this one just to try to keep working on the system.
Down to 12 seconds left here on the play clock, and now they're going to call a timeout. I think the play clock somehow got reset because they ended up calling that timeout with 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Yep.
I don't think that was the plan. So it looked like all of a sudden I noticed it. I was like, okay, all of a sudden there's more time on the play clock than there was a couple of seconds ago. So they did let it run down. 5:24 left here in the ball game. 33-8 back in 30 seconds on 93.7 KKRL.
Grinnell Mutual Insurance, partner of Grinnell Mutual. We understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
Show coming up following the ball game. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blakeman, Jeff Honnold with you. Kristen Campisi back in our studios. We appreciate Kristen hanging out with us on this Saturday night, allowing us to bring you some special broadcast of our football game. Tonight we've got Tyler Bruner over here running our video broadcast tonight, which is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids.
Good thing he's young.
Why is that?
Well, he's like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed over there. He
sleeps till like 3 every day.
And he's got enough Mountain Dew in him. He's probably, I think he might have drained his blood and pumped the Mountain Dew in.
I think all the Mountain Dews over there were stored on. I think he's on his 5th bottle.
Yeah. Look at this. We're going for field goal.
Estrada in there. The hold down from the 15. The kick is up. It is good.
Well,
a
that's
25-yard field goal from Estrada. And the field goal will make it now 36-8. We'll step away. 5:19 left in this one. Back in 1 minute here on KKRL.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you.
Check out the entire inventory anytime, 24/7 at carlpreowned.com. Carl Pre-Owned in Glidden. Visit them on Facebook. Your dealer for life. Carl Chevrolet.
We welcome you back here on 93.7 KKRL. Glidden Ralston returning that kick out to around their own 32-33 line. So that is where they will have the football here. And Jeff, both teams going to find some things to work on, but I think both teams going to be happy with some of the things that they've seen from their team here tonight.
Yeah, I think defensively you have to be happy with both sides of it. I think both teams have played really good defense. I think both teams have found their running game, and now it's, fine-tuning maybe that passing game and then just cleaning the game up.
Wildcats come out of the shotgun. Whitver will turn, hands it off to Ertz. Ertz breaks a tackle, cuts through. Nice run that time from Bryson Ertz. He'll get out near midfield, out to the 39-yard line. His best run of the night. He picks up 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4 to go.
Yeah, nice fresh run. You can tell he's hasn't had a lot of them yet tonight, and we're seeing a few different guys out there now trying to get some extra playing time, maybe some teaching times in there.
I'm going to tell you we've got some volleyball broadcasts coming up for you here next week. On a Tuesday night, Carroll is at Gilbert with Nick Brinks on the call. I will have ICAM Manning at ESAC on 93.7 KCarroll. That Carroll-Gilbert game on Kick 106.7. There's a handoff up the middle. A gain of about 2 into Crusader territory. Whitver on the carry that time. He's got 8 carries now for 6 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 2 or 3 yards to go. Let's call it 3rd down and about 3.
Yeah, nice crossbuck action again and running really hard. Looks like they're just trying to work on some things and getting some guys some time.
Whitver out of the shotgun. Slots on each side, turns, fakes the handoff, tries to keep it. That's actually Oberding who came in again at quarterback, and he is going to have enough for the 1st down.
Nice run that time, and they were really trying to strip that ball for him. He kept it in and was able to get forward enough just for that 1st down. Nice job.
I like his quickness when he gets the ball.
Yeah. Must get that. That's Coach Don Olson's grandson.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be nice to Mom. Mom threatened me with my life if I was mean to her. So I will say that Mom Susie, he's doing really good.
I was just going to ask if you wanted to say Mom's name.
Nope.
You answered that question before. I formation, and the Wildcats run into each other, and they fumbled it. Whitver will fall on it back at the 39-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
And that's one of the things that they need to work on is just they don't seem to they seem to run into each other, or just don't have things quite down. And it's first game, with the plays and what have you, and clean that up. I like this Glidden Ralston team. I think they show a lot here. They've got a lot of size, a lot of strength, run the ball really well, and you take back, you look at the film, and you be able to clean some things up.
Coon Rapids Bayard leading here 36-8. Oberding breaks a couple of tackles in the backfield, but going to be wrapped up and lose yardage back into Glidden Ralston territory at the 37-yard line. A loss of 4 on the play. And it's going to bring up now another third down. Third down, we're going to call it about 18 to go.
Yeah, that one they got behind the chains. They tried to do a fake to Brandt, and the CRB guys didn't bite on that one at all, and just kind of converged on Oberding.
Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the ball game. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership. Hand off to Brandt, trying to get that outside in. Very patient runner. Going to get back out to midfield, a gain of about 3 on the play. Oswald on the tackle there. That is going to bring up now 4th down at around the midfield marker. Got to get down around at the 27-yard line, 26-yard line. So we're going to call it 4th and about 14.
Smith, and interesting, you look out there, you see dirty jerseys. Yeah. You think you're on grass, but it's just that the black from the field.
And now they keep it on the quarterback option, and Oberding's got some running room, cuts to the outside. He's got the field. He's at the 20,
nice
15,
block.
10,
Crack
5,
back.
Touchdown!
Crackback block. It's coming back. Big crackback block, and we got somebody really hurt on that one.
I think that's Easton Hayes, maybe.
Yeah, that was
on the field.
Big crackback block. That one, that's why they've taken that away. That was a big hit. That was a big crackback, and it's hard not to. I mean, you come back there, you see the guy you want to try to protect your runner, but again, another great run by Oberding. He's had 2 or 3 of those tonight that have been called back, but that was a great run by Oberding that time to score, and it was one of those deals where it's a pure crackback block, and it's hard not to do it when you turn around, you got a guy there, and you lay him out, but it's a dangerous one, and I'm glad they've outlawed it.
Hopefully the young man injured down there, he looks like he's going to get up, and he is. And that is Easton Hayes. And Jeff, he looks like he's going to be all right walking off the field, smacking hands with his teammates and his coaches.
He got clocked.
Yep, he did.
I'm not. His helmet's off. I'm not so sure it didn't get taken off.
No, he took it off.
Okay.
I saw him when he was laying down on the field. He flipped it off. He was in some pain early on.
He got popped hard, but and that's why they got it. That's one you just can't have. I mean, those blocks you can't do, and I'm not going to blame the Glidden Ralston player for that because it's something that's just it's an instinct. You see the guy there, you hit him, and he doesn't have a chance to get his bearing straight.
So I'll bring up now 4th down and around 8 to go, and now we're going to get again another penalty.
That one was on the center.
Yeah.
Everybody else took off and the ball didn't get snapped, so that one has to be on the center.
17 penalties, 110 yards right now against Glidden Ralston. Coon Rapids Bayard 14 penalties, 93 yards. Those are unofficial. So we're 31 penalties, 44 points here tonight. Minute 3 and counting left in this football game. So Coon will start 1-0 as they will take on Woodward Academy next week. Glidden Ralston will start 0-1. They go to GTRA next week.
Oberding
now,
Oberding,
going to throw it and throws it down and incomplete. Pass was intended that time to Bennett Janning, a senior. That's Oberding's first passing attempt here tonight.
No, a second one. Remember he threw it.
Yep, that's right. Yep, where they thought it was a penalty.
Yep.
So that'll stop the clock. 45 seconds left. Crusaders should be able to just take a knee here and end this one. Ball out at near midfield. 45 seconds left in this one. And
seen some new players come out for Glidden Ralston, get some playing time here.
Yep, we've got Daniel Tooft has come into the ball game. Also
29.
coming in. 29, Emmett Snyder.
27.
80 is Chandler Grossman. 27 is Caden Wink.
4.
Andrew Bennett.
7.
That would be Mark Lynch. Carry that time for Coon Rapids Bayard.
63.
63 for Glidden.
Yep.
That is John.
80.
80 already said.
44.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out who had that carry so I can get the Coon Rapids Beard guy in there too, John.
Didn't see that, sorry.
I didn't either. I was looking down at the numbers for you. But that is the final play. Coon does not have to take another snap here. And that is going to end the ball game here tonight. Coon Rapids Bayard will win it here by a final score of 36-8. We'll step away. We've got the Mackey Motors post-game show. That is coming up for you in 3 minutes right here on 93.7 KKRL.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
At Roselle Mutual Insurance, a partner of Grinnell Mutual, we understand teamwork. We believe that hard work pays off, and we know it takes coming together to win. Our team values community and supporting each other. Now's the time to get back at it and return to the field to support our local athletes. To help promote that culture, we are working with Jeff Storyham to capture our youth in photos from local events. They will be shared with you on our Facebook page. Experience working together as a winning team. Call Roselle Mutual today at 792-4525 for all your insurance needs. Our team is there when you need us.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Welcome back here on the Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman and the dancing.
I'm up.
Hey,
come on.
Yeah. Are you going to sing now?
I'm singing, baby. Let's go.
Well, it is scary up here in the press box, folks.
Hey, we're getting a little punchy right now.
I enjoyed my entire trip down here until I saw Jeff Honnold dance.
You did 3 dances behind me earlier today. I don't want to hear about it. I only saw
I've got rhythm and I've got moves.
The move is like an old man in a wheelchair. Thank you, Ross.
You bet. Ross coming up. Thank you, Ross Bauer again. Jeff, Coon's got to be happy with what they saw. I think Glidden will be happy about some things. Both teams will mention there was a lot of penalties here tonight between the two teams, combined for 31.
Well, and,
but Coon's going to be able to run the ball. I think Oswald can throw. They've got some guys that can catch. I think their offense is going to be good. I like that small defense that just puts a bunch of fast guys on the field. My only concern is when you run into the teams that have big guys that can also run. how that's gonna work against the Cams and the Audubons, and stuff in this district. They can match athlete with them, and speed with them, but have more size and physicality. But I thought tonight it worked really well. Glidden Ralston, to me, when they run the football and don't hurt themselves with penalties, they can move the football.
Yes.
Defensively, I thought they really contained Kuhn for most of the night tonight and did a pretty nice job defensively.
Agree with all that. I guess I'm concerned for Coon Rapids Bayard. They're going to have to become two-dimensional in this district.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to go against the big teams, and you saw that with Brant. Brant was able to stay ahead of the chains when they were ahead of the chains when they were on schedule tonight. Brant was getting 2-3-4 yards of carry every time, and when he was going north and south, he was doing some really good job of really driving that. And when you looked on the other side of that, Coon Rapids Bayard didn't have an answer for him.
Right.
I think mostly him not being able to. I mean, it's a hot night, wore him down. That you can't feed the ball to him all the time, but I really think he's doing a great job. And then you start looking at the other side, and defensively, I think Glidden Ralston did a wonderful job all night long. Took Coon Rapids Bayard completely out of their first half game plan and made him switch. And you look at the stats for CRB, nobody had a monster night. They had some nice nights, but nobody. That defense contained CRB all night long. And CRB did the same. They really kept Glidden Ralston from being able to throw the ball at all effectively. So, again, you look at Glidden Ralston, I think they have some really, really nice components. Oberding showed some flashes.
Yep.
Whitford's got some speed there. You got a lot of power up front when you throw Brant. You got a lot of power in that front line, both offensive and defensively. I think they're going to be fine. I mean, they just kind of got themselves in trouble, and we're going to say the P word again, but with penalties. They got behind the chain, got behind schedule a lot, and back-to-back penalties where it really got them in trouble, and then that threw them out of the game plan, and they got to learn to finish.
And
finishing, I think, is the big one for them. They got too many times down in that red zone and didn't finish. You've got to come out in 8-man football. You cannot get down in that red zone. I'm calling red zone from 20 or even 25 out. You've got to score. And it's not a field goal. It's got to be a touchdown.
And my point with the Coon Rapids Bayard, you mentioned that not anybody had real big nights for them. I think part of that is they've got so many guys.
They do.
They've got so many guys. And, you're going to get the nights where a Gabe Oberett or a Lance Clayberg or an Easton Hayes is going to get that 50 or 60-yard run that's going to give them the 120 yards rushing. But you look at it tonight, Oberett, these are unofficial, 9 for 36. That's 4 yards to carry. That's not great for him, but not bad. Easton Hayes, 4 for 30. He's averaging over 8 yards per carry. That's a good night. Tanner Oswald, 11 for 51. Lance Clayberg, 6 carries for 60 yards.
They're dangerous. They're dangerous in space. They're very dangerous in space. But I guess I'm thinking forward, and I know what Audubon has. I know what Cam has. They're not going to get away with that in space.
No,
I know. There's going to be somebody there, and that's what I'm looking for. And Glidden pounding away up front. If they can keep that power in there, could play with something like that, and bring that game, slow that game down against an Audubon, not give them as many possessions. So. Again, both defenses phenomenal. I think that's a nice starting point for them. Watch the tape. Find out what's causing the jumps. Why are you lining up off sides? It shouldn't be that hard. The ball's there. Just the little thing. What was causing the hold? What were we missing to make that, to have you do that? Crackback blocks and what have you. Those are just aggressive plays. I'm okay with that. You'll learn to get out of those. But first game jitters, wonderful setting, wonderful hospitality. Everything was great, other than just that one word that we don't want to use. And again, both these teams have a lot of upside in my view, and they should win a lot of games this year.
Yeah, I agree. Jeff, we're going to step away. We'll take a break. I want to talk a little bit more about being here at Valley and stuff before we wrap up. We also have our Motor End Player of the Game. That's coming up for you next year on KKRL.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Mackey Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Coming to you live as well from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Gatorade distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll, helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman and Jeff Honnold with you here tonight. Tyler Bruner again bringing you our video broadcast powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. And Jeff, we talked a little bit about the game. The kids still down on the field. A lot of kids.
A lot of pictures.
Still down there. Glidden's kind of cleared out a little bit after the loss here tonight, but Coon Rapids Bayard really enjoying this. Their players, their family, their friends, everybody still down on the field. I thank Ross Bauer again. I thank Valley and all their administrators. They didn't have to let this happen tonight, but they did. I really hope this becomes a tradition. This is absolutely fantastic.
Ran into, while you were doing your interview with Ross, the band director, was over next door. So I got to talk to her and explain to her how I'm not a big band fan usually at a football game.
I can't believe you're saying that on the radio again.
And my mother-in-law is. But I tell you what, I thought they were phenomenal. And she said that all they did was they asked Coon Rapids Bayard for what their school song sounded like. Right. They sent them a recording. They copied the recording and had it nailed down perfect.
So that's how outstanding.
So, next year, if they're here, they'll flip sides. So Glidden Ralston will be over here, so they'll have their hometown here, and they'll get to play their song and everything. But they told me that they had between 20 and 30 kids missing today because it's a Saturday that they didn't have. So what a phenomenal job. I mean, just that side of it, just bringing your band in. Video, they had the gun going off, which was neat for a point, and then after a while it starts getting to me. You had the concessions. They have an elevator out here for us old fat guys to get out. I mean, just all the neat things. They've done everything they can to make this special. And I think if you look down right now, and Tyler, I don't know if we can show them, but you look down on the field right now, and people are just enjoying the moment. Kids are out, young kids are out playing on the turf, and you saw the teams lining up and with the parents and taking pictures and what have you. So it has that dome feel to it. And I think that's what they were looking for, and congratulations to everybody that put this together. Phenomenal effort. Glad we could be a part of it. Sorry we screwed it up, being a little tired there for a little bit. But what a great atmosphere and a great game, and I would love to do it again. Next time I'll bring my binoculars and eat a little later and maybe drink some more Grant Mountain Dew and be ready to go. But what a fun atmosphere.
And Jeff, we're going to announce our motor end player of the game. And I think when people hear it, some people might take a step back and go,
well, we both did.
What?
You and I both did.
We both kind of did, but we did kind of agree on it.
Had a lot of choices, though. We'll go through some of those maybe.
Coon won tonight, and they had some guys have some great games. Lance Clayberg, to me, was fantastic tonight, especially when he had the ball in his hands. Had a great game defensively as well. I thought Tanner Oswald played well. Easton Hayes
on both sides of the ball.
Played very well on both sides of the ball. The best player out on the field tonight?
Yes.
The best player out on the field tonight, Tyler Brandt of Glidden Ralston.
Yeah, and you had some on their side of it, too. You had Whitford had a nice game. Oberding
had a nice game.
You look at his poor runs. I mean, his stats don't look good because they had penalties that pulled him back, but he had a nice game as well. But, Brandt was by far, I mean, if you go look at it, he was the horse. He was what they were building it on. And without him going tonight, it would have probably been a lot more lopsided than it was. He was definitely the horse on, and Coon Rapids Bear didn't have an answer for him.
On both sides of the ball for him.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he was really good defensively tonight as well.
And they didn't have an answer for him.
Yeah.
You know, when he got going downhill, he was 3 to 4 yards every time, and he was almost 100 yards at halftime. So he was definitely my player of the game.
And so, Jeff, I'm going to say this. I think we've been doing players of the game for about 10 years now.
Yeah.
This is the first time in one of my broadcasts when it's been two local teams playing each other that our player of the games come from the losing ball club.
And I think that's how special of a game he had.
Yep.
You know, and last night I thought the same type of thing when you saw the quarterback there with Galler for Arweva. Same type of thing. It's just when you go down, if you want to talk to the coaches, they're going to tell you the best player on the field was Mr. Brandt, and that's what it was. So it was hard. You and I both looked at it, but they didn't win. But you know what? Your eyes tell you he was the best player of the game.
Yep. So Tyler Brandt of Glidden Ralston, again, unofficially tonight, 25 carries, 120 yards on the ground, had a brilliant game defensively as well.
And a hot night.
Yes, that is going to wrap up our coverage here tonight. Special thanks to Kristen Campisi back in the studio for hanging out late on a Saturday night. Been a long day for her. For my broadcast partner, Jeff Honnold, for Ross Bauer coming up and talking to us and helping set up all this. For Tyler Bruner, who ran our video production tonight, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids.
Don't thank him.
For Jeff Storyhan.
No.
Jeff Storyhan, who took pictures down here tonight and was sending you some great snaps.
He did. He got
some
good shots.
And he'll have those up coming up later on tonight, probably, depending on how long he's shaking the head. Yes, because he's one of those guys that'll stay up till the job gets done, because that's just how he is. So we appreciate everybody tuning in. It was Coon Rapids Bayard again winning over Glidden Ralston tonight by a final score of 36-8. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Tyler and I will type up volleyball stories and football stories, and we'll get all those up tomorrow from all of our sporting events today and all the football games last night. They'll be up on the website coming up tomorrow. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.